like I said, y'all know I'm going to be a Cowboys for life. We're going to figure out a way for me to be a Cowboy for life. And I think, Jay and Steven see it that way too. So I'm going to be real excited, at the end of this year. I hope the fans are going to be excited because I think it's going to be a great offseason. I do think we're going to attack free agency. I think it's going to be a great year, because I think we got the pieces, man. I get guys is going to, like, to me, I look at it like the reason why we want to finish this year so good, and we're already missing starters, and some of those starters we're not going to get back to the end of next year. So if we could finish good and keep playing great defense now, imagine towards next year when we're not, 6-8, and we're whatever 9-5 or 10-6, whatever the record is, right? Imagine we're that record and we're saying, hey, we're still about to get Trayvon back. Hey, we're still about to get Demo back. And all those guys got all those good reps and that experience. And now you combine with those really good guys that's coming back who played so well with guys who's been working and grinding and are, have the same values and commitment to this team. And you say, yo, we're going to be really good come playoffs. We're really going to start clicking. So it's going to be a super exciting year. That's why I say Cowboys Nation, it look bad right now and we turning it up, but it's about to go to a whole nother level. So I hope y'all really, pay attention and y'all wake up because it's about to get real exciting. So Cowboys Nation, y'all better wake up real fast.
Well, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? What is going on with the Vikings wearing their all white? That's like crazy. That's real crazy. Troy, sorry, brother. You can try coming in now. I was doing my intro. Sorry about that. Hop on in now if you want. We got Jimbo in the house. Rolo, what's going on? No Abdul Carter on the list. He'll be gone. He may be there still. Wishful thinking. Yeah, I was just trying to make it a little bit, more realistic. Obviously, Mason Graham, I would like Mason Graham. I would like, obviously. You got FBA Nard, what's up? You got Clemente. We got CZ. So let me see. Hopefully everybody can hear me. There we go. He's in. What's up, West Virginia country boy? 3rd and 5 here. Working right to left. I'm sure I'm behind everybody. 3rd and 5 here. Sam Darnold, they're throwing way too much. And, for my liking, incomplete.
How's it going, Brian?
What's going on? Just talk real fast.
Not much.
Okay.
Not much.
There we go. Yeah, my headphones. Go ahead.
Uh-oh. Not good.
Nah, I haven't one of those headphone extenders. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. I just got to turn it down now. What's up, Thomas?
What's up, Brian?
Not much. It looks like the Vikings are trying a field goal that
What the heck are they wearing tonight?
It's all white. It's very weird.
They're wearing their winter outfits.
Sounds like ninjas.
I mean, good golly, even the crowd's wearing that same color.
I know.
Well, I saw that on the NFL Network. Everybody was wearing Justin Jefferson's jersey. All white.
Let's see here. You got the Raiders and Falcons game starts at 8:30. I'm gonna have the game cast for, I'll have it for this one, I guess. Let's see here.
Let me turn this junk off. Turn on the game.
What do you got on?
Yeah, no, the NFL Network is showing the Denver Indianapolis game from yesterday. Oh, the game is. That game is local. Hold on. I didn't know that. The Bears Viking game is it's local here. I didn't know that.
Yep, we got it on ABC.
Yeah, it's the main game.
Troy and what's
the
his
Raider
name?
game
Joe.
on ESPN.
Yeah.
Hey, William. Hey, Clemente.
Okay. That was perfect timing.
West Virginia country boy, how you doing?
Looking out my back door. I wonder if Dan Campbell got the business from the Talking Heads, because that was a big. They be chopping his head off for what? For what? If that was Big Mike, oh,
Hey,
what, for
Vinny.
losing? I guess. What's up, AWAC 600? What's up, my man? How are you? How's everybody doing tonight?
Excited to see this Bears Vikings game.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. We'll see about it. You know, Atlanta's working out. Atlanta's. I expect Atlanta, but Atlanta's fallen off the table lately. Atlanta
they
have not played well.
Darn, at one time they was in first place, looking good.
Yeah, I think that's going to be Tampa's division.
Yeah. What's up, Banner? What's up, Bruce?
You know,
hey, Vinny, I'm doing well.
Look at that stadium, and that is like, is that incredible or what?
You know, just at night when you can just see through it. That's a beautiful scene.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind going there and seeing a game there. Looks like the sight lines are good. Dog's coming to see me. Say hello. She knows she's on camera. You know you're on camera, Lulu. What's the matter? You gonna eat the microphone? You gonna eat the microphone?
So how many dogs you have now, Brian?
I got 3. This is my neighbor's dog. My friend, she comes over and brings her dog, but it's funny to watch her dog and my dogs go at it. Just run around. It's hysterical.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, guys.
What's up, Randy? How you doing?
How you doing?
Hey, Randy.
I'm doing pretty good, and y'all?
We're doing okay.
I'm
Good here.
Yeah.
Doing okay.
Well, good.
Doing okay. Just not knowing what to expect here with this game. Just you know, I expect Minnesota, but we shall see.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Brian, I was another thing I'm happy about our win yesterday is we had no injuries, and
Hey, Arturo.
man, the NFL had so many injuries yesterday. They did.
Look at the Detroit Lions. I think they had the brunt of it.
Oh man. Man.
I don't see Detroit winning with how hurt they got.
You know, all I've got to say is, you know, most of them players, they better be back. They better be back around playoff time because they're gonna need them.
Well, they lost.
They lost David Montgomery for the year.
Yeah, they lost.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's
done. McNeil's done.
Joseph, the corner's done. So this is where I was telling everybody at the beginning of the year. Right now, the Eagles are the healthiest team in the NFL. So that's what it's about: playing good and being healthy.
That's the reason why I said last night. I said, man, if Philadelphia don't win this Super Bowl, I will not stop talking.
Well,
I will not stop talking. Stop laughing.
I mean, they're not the favorite. I mean, it's not like they're the favorite though, Thomas. The favorites right now still.
Yeah.
They're like
you're
top
right
4,
about that.
but maybe 5, just based
you're
on.
Right about that, but you know, it seems, you know, if you think about it, it seemed like everything, the whole thing is given to them gift wrapped. You know, they're the healthiest team in the NFL right now.
Yeah, they are. Yep, they are.
I think the Bills and the AFC and I think the Eagles, you know, I think they're gonna get home field advantage. I think Detroit's gonna fall another game and Philly's gonna win out.
Well, that's what would have to happen, yeah. But
because
yeah,
if the
Minnesota.
NFC Championship's going through Philadelphia, they got a pretty damn good chance of getting there.
Now, my thing is, who wins the tiebreaker if Minnesota and Philly tie?
Goes on conference record at that
Strength
point.
of conference record and then strength of schedule.
So let's look at
and then common opponents.
Let's just assume that they both win out. Okay, let's just assume that. Let's assume that they both win out.
Which means Detroit would lose one of their games because the final game's against Minnesota.
Right. So let's just say that. Let's just assume that they win out. Let's see.
So they're both 15-2 at the end of the season.
Yeah. So we got to see what losses. You know. So Minnesota lost to.
Well, first off,
the
did
Lions
they play each other?
And the
They did not.
Rams. What's that? Eagles didn't play them, so.
Nope. So then it would go to the better conference.
Lions and Rams. So they got 2 losses, and they're both NFC. Eagles have lost to. Let's see here. Eagles have lost to
Tampa. One was to Tampa.
Falcons and Tampa. Wow, wouldn't that suck?
2 NFC South divisions.
Well, that one, that Falcon game, you had Saquon wide open walking into the end zone with the ball.
And Detroit's only got 1 loss in conference.
No, but what I'm saying is, like we're saying is, if Detroit falls off.
Whoa.
What?
You'll see it.
Yeah, well.
They sacked Caleb.
You'll see it.
Oh,
what are
shit.
you, like a full minute ahead of us?
Jesus Christ. Damn. Took his effing head off.
Holy cow. That's a touchdown.
No, it ain't.
Now y'all see what I'm talking about.
Wow.
All right, so then what's the second tiebreaker?
So if it's not head-to-head.
And it's not conference.
It is conference next.
Yeah, but it's tied.
If they're tied in conference, then you go to the strength of schedule.
How do we know what that is? Let's see.
Basically what it was at the beginning of the season.
Boiled water.
Eagles are still going to at least have a home game.
Yeah. All right, here we go. NFTs with the hardest schedule. There we go. Strength of schedule. Number 1 was the Falcons. Wait. The 2024 NFL strength of schedule. Number 1 was the Falcons. 2 was the Chargers. 3 was the Bengals. I don't know how this is even right. How is this even
They might
right?
be going from the bottom to the top. Worst to best.
We've ranked the 2024 schedule for every inner team from the easiest to the hardest. Gotcha. Look at you. You're a smart man. So the easiest.
Yep.
All right, here. So this is the easiest. Let me share my screen here. This is the easiest. Let me zoom this puppy in. The easiest. The Atlanta Falcons had the easiest schedule. Followed by the Chargers, the Bengals. Bye, Lulu.
Yeah, see, the Eagles
had the
were
8th easiest schedule.
8th easiest schedule. So who's down at the very bottom? That's what you want to see.
The Vikings are 30th. So
So
they have the
Minnesota
hardest
would
schedule.
have the strength of schedule
Okay.
over Philadelphia.
So Eagles have to, if they win out, Eagles are kind of they're in a tough spot. They need the Vikings
Yeah.
and Detroit to lose.
Pretty much.
Yeah, because if they don't,
if
then Minnesota will have the number 1 seed.
Dallas
yes,
at the 20th.
Minnesota controls their own destiny at this point.
Yeah.
If they win out all 3, they're the 1 seed.
I don't think anybody's afraid of playing Minnesota, though.
I don't think so either.
You know what I mean? If I'm the Eagles, I'll go right in there and bust that ass. But Julian, yes. Philly, that's not how it works, though, Julian. It goes head-to-head, conference, then strength of schedule. Supposedly. That's what, are you positive on that, Troy?
Yeah, I believe that's the order.
Okay.
Let me see if I'll double check it.
Yeah. Not the order, but the tiebreakers.
Okay, let me get
Well,
that.
Jimbo agrees with you because Jimbo says exactly that. We need Detroit and Minnesota to lose 1 more each and Philly win out. So we'll see. If Eagles lose in the playoffs, it will be a victory cigar, and Eagles will have to hear it all year. Julian, that's part of it.
The Cowboys can ruin their little push for home field.
Oh, God, wouldn't that be fucked up? We screw ourselves and screw them. That's the ultimate screw. Eagles coach lost. Yeah, I agree, FBA.
If that happened, if Dallas was to beat Philadelphia, I wouldn't even care about the first round draft choice after that. I wouldn't. I wouldn't care. You know, that would be our Super Bowl right there. If we were to beat Philadelphia in Philadelphia, that would be our Super Bowl. I'm just saying.
So Dallas had the 20th. So they had the 11th hardest schedule or 12th hardest schedule. So that's how it works. It goes easiest. So.
Okay. Yeah. Here we go. So it's head-to-head first.
Right. What up?
Games played within the conference.
Okay.
The best won-loss tied percentage in common games is the 3rd. Strength of victory is 4th.
So so this is wrong then. So strength of victory would be this. So what was 3rd?
So 3rd would have been
strength of victory is blowouts.
Strength of victory is 4. Yeah, I believe so.
So what's 3rd? Like point differential, I guess. So it's common opponents.
Best one-loss. It's the best one-loss tie percentage in common games with a minimum of 4.
All right, so I have to go back. So they lost to the Eagles lost to the Falcons and the Buccaneers. And Minnesota lost to the Lions and the Rams. So Eagles beat the Rams. Right? Eagles beat the Rams.
Beat them on a Sunday night.
Eagles may have the tiebreaker because Eagles beat the Rams.
They have to have a minimum of 4.
Oh, okay. What happened?
Touchdown Vikings.
Justin Jefferson doing this crazy dance in the end zone.
Okay, so yesterday they beat Pittsburgh. Detroit obviously is playing tonight.
Justin Jefferson's ass, right? Philly 500.
Yeah, you wish you'd have drafted Justin Jefferson. Philly 500.
Hell, I wish we'd have took Justin Jefferson over CD Lamb, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not saying CD Lamb's bad, but I just like I think Justin Jefferson just a little bit more better.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I hear what you're saying, but you can't go wrong. Slot thought. Thomas so mad Eagles are a good team. He's a Cowboy fan, Bruce. That's what happens, man. If the roles were reversed, Bruce, you probably wouldn't even be here. You would probably be out Christmas shopping. So if Dallas had 2 losses and the Eagles were sitting where we were, just think about this, everybody. Think about this for a second. Just looking back at the Dallas recent losses. If Dallas would have beat Cincinnati when they had the game in hand, they would be 500 right now.
Yeah, we would be in the playoff chase right now.
Think about that. With 3 games to go, they'd have their own destiny in their own hands. I'm not saying we're going to win them, but they would be right there. So they could beat the Commandos. So, but they didn't. So they blew it.
Hey, they both got the Rams.
They don't belong in the playoffs. They got too many blowout losses this year.
Well, and you got Cooper Rush too.
And you got Pooper Rush, exactly. So
they both played the Buccaneers, obviously.
So it'll be interesting. The Rams are going to be Philadelphia Eagles in the playoffs. Ginger, how are you? Go Superchargers. Go Chargers.
I watched that I watched that JFK thing.
Dude, what'd you think of that?
Oh man, it was damn good.
Dude, did that guy not impress you with his recall? He was there, bro. He was there.
Yeah, if he's a liar, he needs to win an Academy Award.
I mean, he's dead now. You saw what they said. He died. They killed his ass.
Who's that?
Well, I sent him a video. Like we kind of were
into an interview with the actual guy that killed JFK.
I mean, it's a.
You gotta watch it, Troy. It's insane.
Yeah, and when you watch it, there's no doubt in your mind that he's the guy. He has all the details, every detail except what the guy who, the one guy who, what was the deal, Wade? There was one guy that he wouldn't give the name because he didn't know if he was still alive.
There was the one guy that killed one of the cops that was killed that day.
Oh yes. There was a cop that was killed.
Yeah, there was a cop that was killed that day, and he's like, I can't tell you who that guy is because he's still alive today.
Yeah. But dude, that was crazy that he took the bullet out, bit it, and set it on the fence post or whatever. That was crazy.
Okay, mafia ties and CIA.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yep. I figured.
Okay, I figured their 4 common opponents are the Rams, the Buccaneers, the Cowboys, and the Packers. Detroit and Philadelphia share those 4 teams in common.
But I wasn't talking about Detroit. I was talking about Minnesota.
Oh, you want Minnesota?
No, I'm
not
saying,
Detroit.
Like we already assumed that.
I'll get Minnesota.
Sorry.
My bad.
No. That's fine. Yeah, Ultra. I'll have to send that to you. It's pretty damn impressive. You may have already have seen it.
Wait till the video. Hey.
Yeah, there's a video out. It's an older video. It's on YouTube, but I never watched it. So I watched it, and I'm convinced. I mean, there's nothing more convincing than like when this guy talks. He was dropping names. He wasn't thinking. He wasn't hesitating. It was impressive. And it's, you leaving? Bye. See ya. You know.
Hey, now we're going to say everybody dead now.
Yeah, well, he's dead too. Right after the interview, not long after the interview, he died mysteriously.
3 pounds. What are you next? How long?
Brian, when y'all went to Dallas, did y'all go to the book depository?
Well, no, Mark didn't want to do
I
anything.
went there.
Oh,
But me, Phil, and Wade, Wade drove us right by there, right on Elm there. We went right by there. It was nighttime. But Wade, he knows, where he's going. So we went right by there, and it looks exactly the same. Does it not? My God. Have you been there?
no, I haven't.
Yeah,
But
it looks
exactly
the same.
same.
Yeah.
Brian, did you notice how small it was?
It was small. That's an easy shot. I mean, no offense, but Wade, like the gun, I'm gonna send the Ultra. I'm gonna send you the video. Watch it when you get a chance. It's about an hour, a little over an hour. Just watch it, dude. Just it's crazy, dude.
Yeah, and the tree and the grass. No, I was telling my cousin. I said, dude, I don't mean to be. I'm not trying to sound crazy or nothing, but before John F. Kennedy was shot, he was already dead.
Yeah.
Dude, he was even talking. He was even talking about that hotel that he stayed at in Mesquite.
Dude,
well,
that's why I wanted
before when he scoped out the place, dude. That place is still there, bro.
That's why I wanted
knew
to
what he
watch
was
it,
talking
because
about.
all these little spots I know about. It's like I'm so into that type of stuff. I get easily hooked into certain things like that. I would want to retrace that shit, just for the fun of it. All right, this is the hotel he was at. It was just kind of interesting. It's listen, it's it's crazy. It really is crazy. But the dude died right
That
after
hotel is still there, but the crazy thing is, it literally, it shut down and it caught fire. I think like last year, like a part of it. Oh, it's a ghetto roach motel now. It's run down.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you know what I mean.
Okay, so I did look at the two schedules side by side. They only shared 2 common opponents. So the third tiebreaker would be out. Then you would go to the strength of victory.
So it would be, strength of victory. Gotcha. So that would mean just strength of victory, I guess, largest margin of win.
The whole schedule for both.
Interesting. So there's a lot of football to be played, and we could worry about all this. Mark Cutchin, did you watch that video? That was an awesome gun. So Mark must have watched it.
Was it on YouTube?
It's on YouTube. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
I'll send it to you too. Very, very interesting. I went down a rabbit hole, and I just sent it to Ultra, so I'll send it to you.
So they were trying to kill this guy for years. And they were trying, dude, he's got like a book that the mob that they gave him that literally has like every hit and assassination done like in Chicago, and the mob did for like all those decades, and it even has the Kennedy one. It has all that crap, and he buried it somewhere. They're trying to find it.
Dude, could you imagine finding that thing? He's got a little box, and
he says it towards the end. He's like, this box is buried somewhere, and I'm the only one that knows where it's at. It's in here in my brain.
Well, and nobody's gonna find it now.
It's crazy because he was in jail because the cops. It's crazy because he was in jail because the cops were. He said the cops were chasing him on like undercover. They weren't even in cop uniforms. They were shooting at him and his buddy, and his buddy and him were having to fire rounds back and shoot him and try to kill the police officers. That's why he was in jail, because the police were trying to kill his ass.
That was the only reason why he was in jail, and it was just nuts, man. It was just I'm listening to it, and I couldn't believe his recall, dude. How he was. That's what sold me, was his recall of the whole incident. But he used a specific gun, and it was more of a handgun, but it had a scope on it. It had a special round, which makes sense. I know we're getting off the. I know we're off the reservation here, but
everybody, y'all gotta watch it. That thing was. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, well, that's good. I'm glad you liked it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, Vikings, you're up 10-0. There we go.
Brian, send that to me too, please.
Yeah, I don't have email me your phone number.
Okay. All right.
I'll put my email. Anybody that wants it, just email me your phone number. I'll put the email in the chat. I mean, it's been out there, but for some reason, it just popped on my For You page because I've been, looking at that stuff, and it's just nuts, man. It's nuts. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh, I got to send it to West Virginia.
Yeah, I'm going to put it in the chat. The link to the
okay.
YouTube video.
He's going to put it in the chat. Sorry. I could have done that. I'm a dumbass.
I'm going to do it right here, people.
Bang, bang. There we go. He's putting it in the chat.
No score in the Atlanta Raiders game.
Y'all need to click on that link right there.
There you go. I'm gonna pin it at the top. You should have put JFK, but it's all right. It's pinned at the top. Yeah, it was good.
Found another
Big
player.
Girls Gone Wild, huh? They mad.
Found another player the Cowboys should be interested.
It's actually a YouTube link to me at Baby Dolls the other night at the strip club.
What were you saying?
I say I found another player that the Cowboys should be interested in.
Who's that?
His name is Harold. He's a linebacker from LSU.
Yeah. I was looking
Perkins. Perkins.
Yeah.
Yeah, he reminds me of Overshown. And he's got the build like Overshown, and he's fast like Overshown.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, that link at the top, everybody, is the link that I sent Wade. I stumbled on it, but it was pretty impressive. So, West Virginia, if you're still here, bro. Oh, I'll send it to you. I have your phone number. Serotonin Cowboy, what's going on? How are you? Oscar Perini's in the house. Vinny Hagen, Man of Hawkins Zone. Daniel M. What's up, Daniel? How are you, buddy? Micah said they will players in free agency. Ultra, yeah. Again, I don't see how they can't. Let's be honest about it. I don't see how they can't. And Perkins,
they got too many holes.
Done by Cowboys physician, great linebacker. Wow, there you go. Ultra knows his shit, and he likes your pick, Randy.
Thank you.
That's good. Yeah, that's why I said I ain't gonna lie. I was looking at a lot of stuff today on the draft.
The Cowboys aren't dumb. They know that.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's funny because me and Ultra were talking, and I kind of said, well, he sent me a link to a Micah thing. I actually led off the video with a clip from it, but Mike is going to take a team deal. You know that. I mean, he's going to get paid. Don't get me wrong, but he's not going to ask for all the cookies and the cookie jar. He's going to leave a little room. So,
he's going to produce something like Dak.
He's an intelligent player too.
Yeah, he is.
He's going to leave a little room. Game time. Your teams were wrong for tonight on your thumbnail.
Yeah, you had Denver and San Diego.
Oh,
There's
shit.
a doubleheader tonight.
Yeah, that's Thursday. That's Thursday.
Sorry about that. All that work, and I screwed it up.
That's okay.
Wait, you
I'm a
can still
dick.
save it to Thursday night.
Now I got to fix it. Huh? I screwed
You
up my
still saved it to
thumbnail.
Thursday night. Oh, okay. He fumbled.
Yeah, I'm going to fix it.
Third down for the Raiders. Third and like 22.
So who is that? So which game did I have wrong?
You had Denver and the
Denver.
Broncos and the Chargers for tonight.
Oh, I got you.
And they played Thursday.
All right, so we're going to. All right. Oh shit. Oh wait, I used that thumbnail. I think I just used the wrong thumbnail.
That's a fumble.
Where's the other thumbnail? Oh wait, That's why. I got you. I'll fix it right now. That's easy fix. I just put the wrong thumbnail. I did both thumbnails, but I'm a dummy, so this is what happens.
Humble Raiders. Atlanta recovers.
Yeah, they knocked the hell out of him too.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, he's still
down on the ground.
Yeah, no wonder nobody's showing up.
Mark, I see them re-signing Osa. Osa will definitely be back.
He's a great defensive lineman. You know, you're struggling with the run. The last thing you need to do is let go of your one good defensive lineman that's steady for you. Still young too.
Yep.
I remember he played at UCLA.
There it is. Now I got it right. Thank you.
If it's either keep Rico or keep the D lineman, I'm going to say go ahead and get rid of Rico.
Yeah. Bye-bye, Rico. But you could do both. I don't think Rico's going to get that much. But if he does, if Rico, now just refresh your thing. It'll fix itself. So I actually liked the thumbnail it did too, and yet I still screwed it up like a jerk. So, but all right, let me get the other Gamecast up and going so people have that to look at. Let's see here. We got Vikings up 10-0 over the Bears. Raiders, Falcons 0-0. Copy. Add another browser. Yeah, now everybody's got to watch that. Did you get it, Randy?
Yes.
All right, yeah. When you get a chance, watch it, and next time
Just
we're
warn
on.
your people, when you click on it, when about 10 minutes in, you're going to get sucked in. You ain't going to be able to turn your eyes off it.
Yeah, like the beginning is kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of low budget at the beginning, but once he starts talking, like you really don't care. I figured Wade would like it. I actually thought he would have already have seen it, to be honest with you. So I was surprised but Ultra is right. It all has to do with the mob was involved. It had to do with the Cuban Missile Crisis and that whole stuff. So basically,
in the Vietnam War.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Kennedy was wanting to pull out of Nam. He wanted to bring the boys home from Nam, and the government. It's a money thing. Money.
Mm-hmm. We're still
a lot
dealing
of
with that.
A lot of interests over there too. Military bases. A lot of a lot of things. Definitely, and they saw him as they, unfortunately, I don't want to get too off, but it's not as easy as like, is there a war? Like, should we be there or not? It's, this person's making, this group of people are making money selling weapons, arms, whatever. Security, selling their own security, if you know what I mean, with mercenaries. So that's kind of where we're at. But Rico is scheduled to make about $4 million, Vinny Hagen says.
And and when you fighting a war, it's a business.
Yeah, man, but this is all I'll
Department of Defense missing money. Don't know where it's at.
Too political, but
also the Cuban Missile Crisis, the whole Bay of Pigs thing. The fact that the Russians moved the nuclear bombs into Cuba. Like, there was a lot of factors that came into that whole JFK assassination.
Yeah, and actually,
I'm not saying it's like his. I'm not saying it's his fault. That
nice.
The Russians went into Cuba and set up nuclear bombs, but man, we should have never let that shit happen.
No, not at all.
Oh. You guys ever see Conspiracy Theories with Jesse Ventura?
Yeah,
where they reenacted that.
Yeah, problem is with Jesse, and I love Jesse. Jesse is so over the top. Just do me a favor, Chris.
That's true.
Watch this link.
That was weird.
Yeah, it was very weird. But the problem is he's unbelievable because of just of his personality. He may be totally right, but just But just check out this video, Chris.
Jesse
I'm telling you, you're going to be sold.
To my Jesse Ventura.
Yeah.
He said, hey, in Predator, though, he said he's a sexual tyrannosaurus, though.
Yes, he did.
No, just saying that reenactment of the shooting of the marksman doing that is insane. That's all.
Yeah.
It's like they can't repeat it. Like, how the hell you get 2 shots off with the same gun?
Drew?
It's too hard to reload.
Oh, wait, did I miss a super chat? I think I did. I'm sorry.
You did.
All right.
Mark Hutchton, sorry, brother. Who do you all see the Cowboys re-signing? Oh, that's right. They talked about.
We just started.
Yeah,
we did it briefly.
Something that will get into.
Daniel asked me a question about
full-blown 1980s.
Daniel asked me a question about next week's game against the Bucks. I think Dallas is going to lose that one. I really do.
Mm-hmm. I do, but at this point,
got him.
Oh man, Minnesota dropped the ball right in his hands. It would have been a touchdown. Jefferson. I mean, right in his hands.
how do you drop that, bro? That's the guy you wanted too. CD wouldn't have dropped it. No, I'm just joking.
God, he was wide open too.
He was too wide open. Actually, CD's done that a few times this year. He was running before he was catching. So it happens. Even to the best of them.
Looks like Atlanta's going to settle for a field goal.
Let's see. Yeah. Yes.
Well, the Penn State quarterback's going back to Penn State this next year.
Yeah, I was telling Ultra that earlier. Or I think I don't know who. I know I said it on my live stream. Drew Aller. He's going back. So that's another guy who potentially could have went in the top 10. I know a lot of these mocks don't have him, but make no mistake, he was probably going to be the third guy. So it'll be interesting
to see.
Like the Cowboys
to throw a dart at a quarterback.
Yeah, speaking of dart.
Yeah, that's who I want.
I like a few guys. I was looking at them today. Let me see here. Let me pull up my.
Hey, it's a shot in the dark. We all know this, but we all know we've seen it through NFL history. All it takes is one quarterback that you just hit on, and it'll change your franchise for the next 15, 17 years. That's all it takes.
What a terrible pass.
Who's that, Sam?
Sam Darnold.
He should have threw that away to live another day.
As many draft picks as we have this year, we need to take a shot at a quarterback.
That's why, if I'm an Eagle fan, I hope that Minnesota makes it, because Minnesota does not impress me. Sorry, they don't.
No, me either.
They don't impress me at all. So,
rather Minnesota get to the
Good
Super
evening,
Bowl.
gentlemen.
What's up, man?
Hey, how you doing?
What's up? How's everybody?
We're all right. I'm going over quarterbacks here. So you figure outside of, obviously outside of Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, right? Outside of those two, then you got Jalen Milroe. You got Quinn Ewers. What do you think of Quinn Ewers? Anybody?
No, I don't want him.
Yeah, I don't want him, but I didn't know.
He turns the ball over too much.
Taco fart.
Jackson Dart. There you go. You got Jackson Dart. 6'2", 220. Possesses a live arm. Can drive.
And he scrambles.
Yeah, can drive velocity into intermediate and deep ranges. Has the requisite arm to adjust throwing angles. Still learning how to change channel it, but high-end layering ability, whatever the hell that means. You know what that means? Like reloading. type. You know who's good at that is Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, he'll be under pressure. He'll roll out. He'll be able to process the next best guy, reset, and deliver as best as I've seen. Doesn't have the quality elite arm strength, but
doesn't have a good offensive line either.
Yeah. What do you think about Carson Beck? I can't stand him, but
I don't. He's another one I don't want.
Yeah. You got Dylan Gabriel, the quarterback out of Oregon. He is a gamer. He's only 5'11", but man, he is a gamer. And then the guy that I wouldn't mind taking a shot on is Riley Leonard real late out of Notre Dame. Yeah, I just think he's, if you're going to, at that point, you're talking about a 7th round pick, most likely, or a free agent, because, I don't know that he gets drafted, but, I heard Cowboys have been talking to Ewers. Mark Hudson, we were talking some college football playoffs on the lunchtime chat today, and we were saying that a lot of people were saying that Texas got a good draw, so we're going to see hopefully a lot of them, Mark. I know Wade's a Texas. Yeah, he's rooting for Texas, obviously.
So am I.
Yeah.
But I'll say
Hook
this
'em
much:
horns.
they're having an issue in Texas over which quarterback they want to play in the playoffs.
No, that's bull. It really should be yours.
It should be,
just win or lose with him. He brought you there for the most part.
That's it.
The other guy has plenty of.
Yeah,
I've got Oregon picked.
I saw that they was going through some issues.
Yeah, ultra. I like Carson Beck's everything about him, except he just needs to sit, like you said. He's a guy who needs to sit and have the game slow down a little bit. I think he would be better. So.
So how is this draft in terms of depth? Is it a good draft? Is it like a so-so draft?
Not really. It's actually, it's depth, but I mean, it's not like the offensive tackles that you've seen last year. They're not in this draft. They're nowhere near in this draft. So if you're looking for a tackle or offensive line, you can find some, but they're not as many studs. It's a rich running back draft. Receivers, it's more on the offensive side, but you don't have the high-end quarterbacks like you had last year. There's a couple. But it's a lot of it's one of those drafts, Drew, where
hi Asia.
It's one of those drafts where outside of eight to 10 players, it's one guy. One team may have a player at 15, the other one will have him in the second round. There's just a big disparity in what people think of these players. So what's going to happen. There's going to be the combine's going to happen. There's going to be guys running fast, and they're just going to go right up the board. Like I remember you talking about, Drew, you were talking about Xavier Worthy. As much as we liked Worthy, he wasn't really on the radar to be a first-round pick until when? Until he went to the combine blew everybody away, and then you were like, 40. And that's just kind of what put him over the top. So
the guy who I wanted last year was I wanted Jared Verse.
Yeah,
I love
he's killing it.
He's
killing it.
Yeah, I wanted that kid, but I'm happy with Cognac.
Yeah, he's killing it, Jared Verse. There's a couple of edge rushers that we were talking about for Dallas. There's one that's like kind of like Jared Verse. So it is what it is. We shall see.
What's up, Asia? How you doing, Mama? Yeah, I would think for us, we'll probably be drafting at the end of the draft. So I don't know how deep it is.
Yeah, you'll get a good player there. Like I said, outside of the top 10 best players, I would say outside, there's probably 12 to 15 first-rounded graded players. And after that, you're going to get a good player. It's not like there's not good players. It's just what flavor do you like as opposed to the next, team. That's what it's about. Micah would love to play with Abdul Carter. Yeah, Ultra said, if he's within striking distance, would you go up and get him? Well, yeah, it depends if he drops, how far he drops. I saw a couple mocks where Mason Graham has fallen to 12. If that happens, then that's impressive. I think that's the pick, but we'll see. We got plenty of time to talk draft. Vinny, we can get a receiver. It doesn't necessarily have to be in the first round, but from what I'm seeing, it has to be within the first 2 rounds. Has to.
Yes.
If not, then you're just taking a guy and hoping. You don't want a guy.
Do you think Scatterboo lasts to day 3?
I think he does. I do.
Scatterboo.
The kid from Arizona State.
On a receiver.
The good thing is the defensive line is in plenty this year.
Sorry. Just said go Sun Devils, go Wildcats. Home state. So.
I'm trying to find them.
Now, are you guys
down the board?
Are you guys keeping McCarthy and Zimmer? Because I think that's going to affect your draft too. It's like,
looks like it.
Who are your coaches going to be?
Yeah, that's
our coach is Jerry Jones. Let's face it.
That's to be determined, Drew. Honestly, that's
judge, jury, and executioner.
Well, right now, if you're asking me,
they're staying, but like Mike McCarthy got to get a job as coordinator.
What's his last name, Troy?
Scatterboo is his last name. SKATEBOO.
Yeah, it's like Skaterboo or whatever.
And it's a wide receiver?
No, he's a running back.
Oh, that's what I was wondering. I'm looking at wide receivers. I'm like, I don't see a Scatterboo.
Jalen Royal is going up the board.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, I think if you guys,
Cam Scatterboo, Arizona State.
If you guys are keeping McCarthy and Zimmer, then, in my opinion, it would affect your draft because are you going to build defensively to build on Zimmer's defense?
I think
the defensive line. I mean, I like Osa. Osa's good, but I don't know if Osa is still a good fit.
No, he's good, but he's not.
You gotta go out and get 2 free agents and at least draft well.
Well, again, it's going
at
to be
least
hand in
2
hand.
Good guys.
We can sit here and do mock drafts all day saying we're going to get this guy, get that. But if we make a trade for Jeffrey Simmons, or let's say we sign somebody, well, then we're not taking a defensive tackle number 1. We're just not. Even though he may be the best guy, then it's going to open up for something else.
I hope that happens. I hope we do trade for somebody like that.
I don't.
I know. I know what you're saying. I mean, we're talking about
love it, but I just don't. They just traded a 4th. They would rather you trade for bad players and give up a 4. To me, I'm more like, no, let's trade a good. Our number 2 pick this year was very, very attractive. I mean, it's basically a number 1 pick when you're picking that high in the second round. So that pick, maybe a 2 and then a future pick, you could get a Simmons. Everybody says you got to give up a 1. No, you don't. You can give up a 2 and maybe a 2 next year or something like that, and you could get them. But they're not going to do that.
Jeffrey Simmons?
Yeah, something like that. Somebody like that. How about Ollie Gordon? Ollie Gordon last year was going to be the number 1 running back. Now he's dropped. What do you guys think about Ollie Gordon?
He's at Oklahoma State University?
Yeah, he's the guy that got popped for, I guess, a DUI, I think, which is not the...
Yeah, I think it was a DUI.
Again, shit happens with these kids. It's not a big deal, but I'm curious what Ultra thinks of Ollie Gordon. He's a little tall. He's a taller guy, but he's a beast. So...
Unfortunately, we gave our 4th round pick away, and we could have used the 4th round pick to get a good running back.
Yeah, but I think you take a running back before round 4.
Do you?
Yeah, I think
so. That's my question too. It's like, what's the drop off? Because you can get starting support running back in the 3rd and 4th.
Running back is so deep, man. Running back is
crazy
deep.
We have to see what's available after the season. Who is free agent? That's where it starts.
Yeah. Well, you've obviously got Ashton Genty, but then you got Omarion Hampton out of North Carolina, Caleb Johnson out of Iowa, Judkins out of Ohio State, Travion Henderson out of Ohio State, Singleton out of Penn State, Moss out of Texas A&M, Ollie Gordon. It just goes on and on. Scatterboo, I'm not real familiar with him, out of Arizona State. Just looking down some of these names here. Dylan Sampson out of Tennessee. I love Devin Neal out of Kansas. He has a lot of carries, but Devin Neal is an absolute beast. So there's, again, I personally would not draft Genty unless you got just hammered and there's nobody except weak offensive linemen and some risky edge rushers, and Malachi Starks is gone, then I would take Genty, but I think we need other positions, man.
I think Genty's going to go to the Browns
You
before we
think so?
get a yeah, because Chubb broke his foot yesterday.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, so I think he's going to go early.
Yeah, that's a Brown. Now I see a lot of mocks that have like a corner going there, so or even Mason Graham. So we'll see. We'll see. I will not draft a running back in the first. Yeah, Mark, I'm kind of against it right now. Not to say I don't love Genty, because I do, but when you have a team with as many needs, now you look at guys like Jalon Walker. If Abdul Carter happens to slip a little, which I don't believe so, I think he's gonna be a flavor of the month. Everybody's gonna want the next Micah, because they all are wearing number 11. I mean, he looks just like Micah, so there you go. Everybody thinks they're getting him. That's what they think.
I don't mean to be like Leo, but I need to see a little activity, kind of like he was saying.
Yeah.
But
activity.
I want to see what my coaching staff's going to look like. I want to see what we're going to do in free agency, because that's going to tell me, the coaching staff I have, what almost kind of like defensive sets or whatever we're going to be using.
I think Ultra would like this. I was messing around with some mock drafts today, and
it's just a serious thing.
And I was trading down a little bit, I traded down in the second round a little bit. Basically, I ended up with Burden in the first round, and I got Restrepo. That's my second pick. I took
wide receiver.
Yeah, I took Burden, Restrepo. I took the offensive tackle out of Ohio State, Josh Simmons.
Yeah.
Just messing around. I took Josh. So my first 4 picks were offensive, and then I took a running back. I think I ended up with Ollie Gordon or something like that. And then I loaded up on some defense, but it was just funny. I'm like, I can't go past Restrepo. So I ended up with Burden and Restrepo. Bye-bye, Jalen Tolbert. Bye-bye, Jalen Brooks. Let's ride, baby. Think they tag Osa, keep Dowdle, yes.
Right.
Yeah,
I know the skill players are like the sexy pick, but I mean, what about the trenches? If you look at a lot of the top teams that are, in contention,
what part of the trenches you're talking about?
The line, the O line, the D lines are solid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know skill to sex.
O line in the first round.
Those trenches. Right.
That's trenches. Lineman is what we have to fix our defensive line.
Defense, I'm with you, but there's no real good offensive lineman in the first round. So there's a few names in the first round, Drew, but it's not like last year where it's like, oh, this guy's a stud, this guy's a stud. It didn't get until really when we took Guyton towards the end there, when you start saying, yeah, but he needs time. Guyton, everybody agrees, is going to be good. He just needs a lot of time because he's raw. He's raw, and he's never played left tackle. So Rolo, they think they tag Osa, keep Dowdle. I think so, but not positive. Hello, Game Time. Let me splash in the hopper. You're in, buddy.
You don't need to draft offensive linemen that need time, though, in the first round. You need to draft a plug-and-play starter in the first round.
Mm-hmm. The Coyote is the first.
They need to quit experimenting. I need a guy that when you draft him on offensive lineman in the first round, he is going to play immediately and be good.
Yeah, there's nobody like that in this year.
He'll develop
No.
in 3 years. No,
That's one thing I will
know.
say. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. That's why I said I wouldn't mind taking a flyer on a Josh Simmons if it was. Yeah, I'm seeing he's dropping down to in the hundreds. If that were to happen,
that's what I'm seeing too.
if I'm seeing that, then okay, I would take if we trade back or something. I would take if we get 2 2s or in the 3rd round. I would take him. I would
too.
He's the best offensive lineman in.
I agree.
In college, he's just hurt. Yeah, he has right. He's coming off a knee. I get it, but could you imagine, Ultra, if we got Burden and then we traded back in the 2nd round and got a couple picks and still took Restrepo? See, that's what's fun about us. They're not going to do any of this, but we're having fun. Other teams are playing football. We're talking draft. But Coyote, so why is McCarthy saying balance with Rush and not with Dak? That's a good question. That's a real good question. They only ran 74.1 yards. McCarthy is frustrating because I can't tell you. I don't know if you watched the game, Drew, but the Dallas game, they were just gashing. They have been that's kind of what I've been saying. I expected this early in the year, but they are gashing. They have been for the last month. They've been running well, and they get away from it. When we get into 3rd and short, we get away from it, and they get cute, and they're throwing with Cooper Rush, who can't hit a broadside of a barn. And we're like, why not just run the ball? Why not just run it? It's not sexy. Run the damn football. Yes, Josh Simmons, he tore his ACL. That's why he's dropping. He would be a top 5 pick.
10.
Yeah, he would be a top 10 pick. I just said for depth reasons, Ultra, but Steele has been playing good. So, I
can see how he drafted Josh Simmons.
Yeah, and that exactly because it's not a guy you need now, but he's the best offensive lineman in the draft, bar none.
Yeah, that's a total Howard move.
So again, whoever gets him, they're getting a great player. I'll just be curious to see where he goes because he's that good.
I think he's going to go in the middle to end of the 2nd round, maybe even up towards the bottom of the 1st round.
It's going to be an interesting draft.
I gotta send Phil the link. He's saying he can't get in. Didn't you guys get a link?
I just came in through the community tab.
Yeah.
The link from earlier.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's all right. I gotta go copy it and let's see here in Zoom. So what do we got to score?
7-0 Falcons.
7-0.
Who scored for the Falcons?
London.
Drake London.
Yeah, Drake London.
Yeah.
And it's still 10-0 with Minnesota.
Mm.
Man, I wish we had that Atlanta Falcons back.
Yeah, it sucks.
Saquon wouldn't have dropped that football.
Yeah, that happens. I mean, it happens. I mean, ifs and buts were canyon. I mean, because we were talking about all that. If I don't know what you actually came up with, Troy. Did you come out? I'm hearing that Eagles have to finish ahead of Minnesota too. So, because
I think Detroit has the edge, right?
Yeah, but
they have the edge when it
people
comes
are
to
saying
it, so.
Detroit's going to drop off now that they suffered their injuries. So,
That's crazy.
It is. It's fucked, but it is what it is, man. What are you going to do?
We ought to know about injuries.
Yeah, and Detroit, they just lost David Montgomery. They lost Aleem McNeil. They lost their cornerback, Joseph. It's not good. So, it's not good. They lost 4 starters yesterday. So, again, like people are saying that it's possible that Detroit drops down below the Eagles. But, I just threw it out there. I said if Minnesota wins their last games, then what does that mean? I don't know. So I'm not sure what Troy came up with, but I think the way it looks is you'd still lose that damn Atlanta game. That's what I said earlier. But who knows? I don't think you'd be afraid to go into Minnesota if you had to. That's about a weakest.
No,
that's about a weak 11-2 team as you could possibly.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be afraid to go into Detroit, even if they were healthy. I think we're the best team in the NFL right now, hands down. Even if Detroit was healthy, they did not scare me at all. Not at all.
I mean, NFC, I would agree with you. I wouldn't say over Buffalo.
I don't think there's any. I don't think the Bills are playing better than we are. Like Allen is having an incredible season. I think right now the Eagles are the best team right now. No one's playing better than us.
I just don't think you can score enough points to that would be it.
Point.
That would be the question. Like, can you score? Keep up. Like Detroit too. Detroit may not be able to stop the Eagles, but would you be able to stop Detroit?
I don't think I think so, because our defense, we're not allowing teams to score over 20 points again, and that's been like all year. Like yesterday, when those 2 turnovers, those were huge. And for the Eagles to let them walk away with just 3 points, man, that's defense, bro. I think our defense is clamping teams down. I don't see Detroit. I really don't. I didn't see Detroit.
I saw a bunch of numbers, and I didn't feel like doing a video talking about it because it would come off like I'm being negative towards the Eagles. So I ain't saying nothing. So we're just gonna let it play out. But
but I like numbers.
No,
I like
don't
numbers
because it's
game time.
You can't have. I'll tell you why I don't like using numbers, because when I use numbers, people go, but then when I use numbers for other people, it's like, well, it's the stats are the stats. So you know what I mean? Steelers don't have any wide receivers, Vinny Hagan says in the chat. I agree with you. I mean, Dallas beat the Steelers, albeit a different Steelers team, still the same year, still the same defense. So I don't. Brian, who's the what?
I don't think
who's the GE?
I don't think Pickett would have made a difference.
What's that mean? Who's the GE? I don't
know. That drive the Eagles did in the 4th quarter, 21 plays, and like the Steelers touched the ball. They had 2 drives in the second half. That's just total domination. That's ridiculous. 2 drives. I've never seen that before. In a drive of 21 plays, and I can't remember. Like it was pretty much the entire quarter. That was just complete domination.
Yeah, I called that though. I mean, it wasn't a surprise to me. Steelers are a weak team, in my opinion. I know that everybody, the 3 and 4 letter networks love them. I don't think they're.
I agree with you.
I don't think they're very good. They're not an explosive team. They don't do anything great. They're a solid team in a weak ass division. So, but it was a great win by the Eagles. I'm not trying to dismay what they did, but again, that's not the team that I think your impressive win in recent weeks. Just looking at the Eagles,
last 3 weeks, Ravens, Rams.
I would say the Rams. I mean, I'm going to pull up your schedule here. Where is
Ravens, Rams, and then Pittsburgh? Pretty impressive.
Ravens, that was probably the best one. Ravens and Rams. Pittsburgh, like I said, I don't even think they win a playoff game. They're going to do what they always do. They haven't won a playoff game in how many years? So it is what it is. But you got one kind of difficult game, and then you should be golden. So it should be interesting to see what happens. Ooh, get down.
What difficult game do you see?
Well, for you, the only game is your divisional game in Washington. It's going to be a little bit more contested. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you're not going to win it, but it's not.
Yeah, that's the link. That's the link part 2 up there. That's the body.
Maybe they're a little bit more spunky than they've been. I've been to the last few Dallas games. I mean, Dallas went in there and won. So, but we're not allowed to. I was told that we're not allowed to. It's a week-to-week league. We can't use that as a barometer because somebody said, "Well, Dallas, went in there when the Eagles are gonna blow them out." I'm like, you just got done saying that it doesn't work that way. That's where I don't like using stats because. You struggled against Carolina. We blow them out in their building. We're like, oh, yeah, but it's a week-to-week league. It don't matter. So I'm like, well, this is where I don't like using stats because, everybody wants to shape it to their advantage. So it's kind of like, Drew, our so-called rebuilding team beat the Steelers. I know, but again, we didn't get any credit for beating the Steelers. Ultra. That's the thing.
No, you totally get credit for beating the Steelers.
Well, I'm saying not you personally, but just the masses. Everybody said it wasn't a good win.
Right. I only said earlier when I had said something about the Steelers, was like I think if Russ was the quarterback at that time, it might have been a little different. I'm not saying you'd have lost.
No, but we struggle
with
mobile quarterbacks. So to me, Fields was a handful for us. Now maybe he can't.
Fields is terrible.
He's terrible, but he can run the ball, and you see, we don't account for that. What are you going to bed already? All right. Good night. Love you. She gone. She gone. All right, you got Minnesota up 10-0, and what's the score?
7-3.
7-3 Atlanta.
7-3 Atlanta. Barn burner. Where's Wade? Is Wade around? Where's Wade? Is he awake? Wade's here, but not here. He's probably
right here.
What's up, Phil?
Prime time.
Not much, man. A long day, man. Long day.
You look tired.
I'm very tired.
You look like you're ready for.
Yeah, I worked 14 hours today.
He's pounding some. What are you eating, Wade? Whataburger?
No, some steak.
Damn! Look at you. Did you cook it? Or
14 hours.
Did you get
I
takeout?
cooked it.
Did you? Look at you. What'd you cook it on?
I'm trying to be like Mark Holmes.
Yeah. Good luck. What'd you cook it on? Flat top? Did you cook it? Did you sear it and put it in the oven? How'd you cook it?
No, in the pan.
There you go.
Medium rare. Wait. Medium.
Yeah, medium or rare. Well, I like all of them really. Any sort of.
Just
it can be well done, rare.
I don't like
medium.
it well done.
No, you can't do a well done.
I like medium rare. That's what I'll go. We're medium. We're medium.
Yeah.
Lot
medium
lizard,
rare,
lap
medium
dance.
well.
Yeah, Rolo. He seems like he's a little spent tonight. He seems a little
No,
tired.
I feel you, Wade.
Wade's a little tired.
I started a new job. I started a new job at a hospital. I've been working 12 hours.
Really? So you're not at the other place?
No,
Are you agency?
No. I'm working with the actual. I'm an actual employee of the hospital.
Yeah, but I mean, agency makes more. Believe it or not, my wife used to do agency. She'd be working.
Yeah.
She'd be working arm in arm with the people in the hospital, making more. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Sometimes with agency, they kind of flex you out.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? If they don't have a news free, so I'm much prevented.
Arturo says, oh gosh, dude, I can't say that. Game time, Brian, you got the Whataburger craving. Clemente, I liked it. I think Wade, by the time we got the Whataburger, it was kind of like the place was kind of disheveled. We were in a rush. We were just hungry.
Did you get the biscuits and gravy or no?
I haven't.
Oh, man, biscuits and gravy. That's good eating right there.
Bro, the Whataburgers, biscuits and sausage gravy. Oh my gosh, man. That shit's good.
That's good eating, man.
I like a good biscuits and gravy. So my mother would always do that.
My grandma used to make that by scratch, man. She used to make those
with the
scratch. Oh my goodness.
I try and do it, but it's not the same.
Hey, you know what my grandma used to make too? I don't know if they do this in Texas, Wade. fish, like some rainbow trout fried with some grits and cheese grits. Oh my goodness, bro.
I don't think I've had
That's
that.
good eating. Yeah, man. Some rainbow trout
That
fried
sounds pretty good.
real nice with some cheese grits. Yeah, you're going to sleep right after that, bro. You take a nap.
Sounds pretty good.
Like sunny side up, egg on top.
So we got halftime here. 13-0 Vikings are on their way. Phil, so
I'm surprised by that score. I thought it would be more.
What's your we didn't get your I didn't even do a recap show. I thought we were doing a show tonight, so I decided not to do a recap show. But what did you think of the Cowboy game?
Not a surprise. I mean, none of it's a surprise.
You did.
They did score more than. Yeah. Well, no, I didn't call the exact score, but I called that they would score 14.
No.
Oh no, I said that they would. The Panther would score 14, but I thought we couldn't score more than 20, so I didn't think they would.
Well, what would make you think, or anybody think, that we could score more than 20? You know what I mean?
Well,
that's a good that's a good bet. I forget what I picked. What did I pick? I have it in here.
24 to 21, I think you had
something like that. Let me look. I picked 23-21, and that was. Oh wait, there you go. Yeah, I picked 23 Cowboys, 21. Now, and with that, I said we'd get some sort of special teams, just to get to that based on our recent scoring. So. It is what it is, man. We got the win. It really didn't hurt you too bad. I did a video earlier today, Phil. And,
I mean, I'm thinking we can drop the next 3. I mean,
yeah, and I think we're gonna settle in right around 12, possibly 11.
11, yeah. That sounds about fair.
11's the best, and 12 I think is probably the worst. Unless we do something real stupid, which is always
or other
possible.
teams. Or other teams to start winning on the streak.
6-8, and you were 12-2. Yeah, Daniel, you gotta tip your cap, man. They're winning the games. I mean, we went over the strength of schedule. I think that's weird, Drew. If you're still in there, I think that's weird. I
can understand the divisional part of it, but the head-to-head, what you're bringing up,
stupid. I think it's stupid how they do the tiebreaker. So basically what it's going to come down to is a bunch of BS, which is why the Eagles probably won't get the bye. It looks like they're going to have to win, just have a better record than anybody else, which they could. But I think...
Because the strength of schedule apparently comes into play.
Well,
I mean, before the head-to-head matchup. Before the head-to-head matchup. That doesn't make any sense. I thought it would be a head-to-head matchup.
Head-to-head matchup
It
first.
is head-to-head.
Then conference record.
But like what we're talking.
No, hold on. But in the sense that if the Bengals, when we had this like a week ago, the Bengals and the Saints were not ahead of us, even though they had the same record.
No, you're talking draft. We're talking
in general. I'm just talking about I mean, how can you not put the same category for the draft as the playoffs?
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? It don't make any effing sense.
Yeah,
that's like to me, it's like when you're on the goal line and you're like, okay, and the defense gets a penalty and they only go half the distance. But if you're the offense, you go a whole 5 to 10 yards back. You should go half the distance away from the goal line as well, too. Then
I would think the reason why not is because the draft you have AFC and NFC teams, but you can still do
still matchups.
You
can still do head-to-head if they did head-to-head. You know, like if they didn't, then you jump to that whole.
Oh, that's a replay. This league is ridiculous when it comes to stupid. It's just stupid, in my opinion. So, but again, it is.
I actually missed the way they did it before. You know what I mean? Just like, I don't know why they bothered it.
Prime
where
time's in the house.
Teams had those. The two top teams had the bye. And then when
I like that. I like that. On each side, two teams had a bye. Like that was really
yesterday. I think it's just greed, man. I don't like it. I don't.
I wish they would have just left it that way. You know what I mean?
Had more balance.
Yeah, because now it's gotten watered down, right? And how many times have we seen a wild card team go to the Super Bowl and actually win the Super Bowl? That was a no-no back in the day, unless
how many division leaders now do we see with a crappy record?
Let's be honest here.
And a team with a good record doesn't.
Let's be honest. That's what helped Dallas back in the day, getting that bye, getting that 1 seed, playing 2 games, and being in the Super Bowl. And you know what? If you're a team that's that good, you deserve it. That's
a huge advantage.
That's what it is. Now it's the Eagles could potentially go 14-2 or whatever, 15-2, I guess it would be. 15-2, and not get a bye week. That's freaking stupid. But, whatever. Game time is too white for Texas Whataburger. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it.
Too white for Texas Whataburger.
I don't know what that means. But
would it have chilies in it?
I do need a tan. It's cold as hell here. But, yeah. I love Whataburger. I wish I would have got the onion rings.
Everybody say,
See, when I did it,
prime time, Mark Hudson
I had
says
Florida
good evening.
Whataburger. What's up, Mark? What's up, Clemente? Yeah, when I had my Whataburger, it was from Florida. It was North Florida, but it still was Whataburger. So.
Yeah. Well, I screwed up, man. When I stayed over again at like an extra night, I got my $1,200 thing. I should have got Whataburger again because I got Uber Eats because I was stuck in a hotel room. But I ended up getting something else, and it was disappointing. I should have got Whataburger. It was on the list. It was right there.
It was smacked right in the face.
So, anyway, any given Sunday, that's why football
better than In-N-Out, which everyone, I don't know why they like In-N-Out.
I never had In-N-Out either, so.
In-N-Out is good, man.
Double animal
style. Double animal style, man.
Mark don't like it. It's funny, when I was at Mark, he don't like anything. I don't like it.
Yeah, Mark doesn't like it.
I don't like Whataburger. Don't get me wrong.
I've heard of him.
Don't get me wrong.
The one thing you can say about Whataburger,
didn't he, Wade?
Yeah.
He inhaled it.
He was bitching.
You could say about Whataburger.
Oh, you talking about the game?
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, he inhaled that Whataburger.
I like how they got styrofoam cups, like thick styrofoam cups for the drinks. I like that. You don't really. Mark said that In-N-Out, man, he was on the pot all freaking day on that shit. The Whataburger, you don't really get that. But to me, I don't. But I mean, they serve breakfast. In-N-Out don't serve breakfast.
Mark says
they don't have Whataburger out here.
Man, you gotta complain about everything, Wade. The napkins suck, man. They're like not really good quality napkins. Like they're those ones that like just tear, and like you can't like you gotta grab a whole handful if you spill some. Like
Crowley.
Shit.
The quality of ketchup wasn't up to par.
He's all like, I put the ketchup and mayo together because they didn't have fry sauce themselves. Those sons of bitches.
Hey, Crowley.
And then Drew's over there like, well, in Philly Stadium, they have the best fry sauce in the world. You don't even understand. Like it wore some championship.
Yeah, you know what it was, Phil? Like, well, Mark said he didn't like Philly cheesesteak sucks. But you went to McDonald's or Philly, like
exactly. Well, he don't know.
Yeah, not even people in Philly.
You go to D'Alessandro's, you go to Angela's.
Yeah, you gotta go to Lexus. You gotta go to like
you gotta get away from the stadiums. You gotta go out a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta get away
the
from
gas station. You that gas station. The food. The food is terrible here.
Yeah, he's the guy who gets sushi from a gas station.
Whataburger, biscuits and gravy. Hey, I'm telling you, Whataburger, biscuits and gravy blows out In-N-Out's entire menu.
Oh, I thought it was gonna go. It goes in and out. I was like,
it blows out.
No, it does.
In-N-Out is good, man. I'm sorry,
bro. Whataburger
is good, man.
I want to do a side by side, but we didn't have time.
We don't. We don't have Whataburger here.
No, but where they had them both.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, in Texas they had them both
across the street.
I'm just saying, like Whataburger. My favorite part of Whataburger is the breakfast.
Oh, really? It's not
even the burger.
No, I haven't even experienced the best of Whataburgers. You're telling me? I don't care.
Have you guys?
You haven't lived, Phil, until you've eaten a breakfast and hash browns. What's up?
Have you guys tried these new smash burgers, like the legit smash burgers?
I've had smash burgers, but I haven't had one I liked yet. I've like that one that the Playmakers. When I went to that one, that shit
was terrible.
That's going out of business. The Playmakers is going out of business.
Yeah, the only smashing he was doing was not in a burger.
That bar ain't set up right.
No.
Is that Michael Irvin's place?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Dude, it was pathetic. I mean, it was
terrible.
It was terrible. Yeah, it was not good.
That bar ain't set up right, Michael. It's there's a little bit too much white marble all over the place.
Yeah, it was just weird. Very interesting.
Too much white marble.
Dude,
it wasn't in there.
It's just
it needs to be dusted. It needs to be dusted every day. You know, kind of one of those.
Coloration, the color patterns in there just were like, no, there's too much white. The color,
like it looked like a Diddy party. Like it looked like a Diddy
was
party.
too bright.
I'll take your word for it.
Too bright in there. Way
Jimbo,
too bright.
I'm getting there, but they're too busy talking about ditties and.
Don't whatever, man. Don't pretend like you didn't get into that conversation.
5 guys. I've had 5.
Oh, you have 5 guys at P Diddy party? Man, that's not cool.
I've had 5 guys at
Five guys
P Diddy's, and I've had
5 guys at P Diddy's. Is wild.
Here you go, Jimbo. This is for
diabolical.
you. Well, now I know what you're gonna say. 5 guys or Shake Shack.
Ultra Cowboy. That's awesome.
That's
Ultra's
favorite burger powder. That's Ultra's favorite burger spot. 5 guys. Over easy. That's his Ultra's 5 guys over easy.
5 wives.
5 wives.
You got issues.
5 wives is diabolical. Troy, leave Troy alone. Leave Troy and his 7 wives alone.
Him and his glass. Yeah,
he already got 1 wife, right, Troy?
He's only got 1 wife, guys. Just like everybody else.
Troy, it's okay, man.
What's up, AJ?
You're a better man than me.
I don't know about that, Drew.
I do. Anyway, 5 guys or Shake Shack. I've had both. I was disappointed in Shake Shack.
Shake Shack is overrated.
Yeah,
dude, Shake Shack, like the one that we have is like you got to wait an hour for your shit.
It's not that good.
And it's
either.
like
It's not that
Atlanta
good.
just scored a safety.
Wow.
Give me 5 guys, Brian.
5 guys. Okay.
5 guys is good. Yeah.
Troy
Yeah,
said
not
Snow
guys.
White had. Oh God, you're an idiot.
You know, I'm noticing the older I get, the more I'm going to Golden Corral with all the older people.
What did I do
Sure.
to deserve all of
Golden-
this? And the
He's
comments?
Golden
joking. He's just
Corral.
joking.
I know.
It's fun.
Golden Corral, Wade. You like Golden Corral?
Bro, their
Like
breakfast
eating
is
Dude.
amazing, bro.
Dude, Golden
It's like-
Corral
it's
is
like eating
disgusting.
their food. man.
Breakfast is amazing.
I've never had their breakfast, but you know,
Dude, their
Dude,
all-you-can-eat
cafeteria
breakfast
food.
is
If
great.
you want to get to Wade's heart, it's through his breakfast menu.
damn.
They
They don't have
the
nothing
breakfast
good,
is
but-
bomb.
It's like who the hell? Is
I'm
up-
just saying, if the restaurant don't got breakfast, it ain't a restaurant.
All right, so let me ask you: Do you
That's
like?
hilarious.
Do you like? Because I'm a fan of, but the more I eat, the less of a fan I am. How about Cracker Barrel? You like Cracker Barrel?
I like Cracker Barrel, but I
Man,
feel
they went
full,
under,
man.
man. Dude, during the
They're not
pandemic,
under.
man,
They're
they
all
went
over
under.
here.
No, they're not.
They're terrible.
You don't like it?
No, during
Cracker
the
Barrel.
pandemic, man, dude. I went there about like 3 or 4 times during the pandemic,
Hey, it was so
dude.
bad.
Is
You
it,
went
was it
there
in
4
Texas?
times.
Was it in Texas?
Dude, okay, each
Tell
time.
me it was somewhere else in
Yeah.
another state at least.
It was in Texas.
It was horrible. But I've been there about 6 times.
I'm eating Cracker Barrel right now.
I had to keep giving them a chance.
It sucks.
Yeah, but
Had to
it
keep
sucks,
giving
but
them
I'm
a
going
chance.
back again. I
Nah,
like
no,
this salt
but
mill
no,
gravy.
for real. I haven't been to Cracker Barrel like 2 years. So
Because I dated
man,
a girl that was a Cracker Barrel waitress.
now I did
You
go
broke
to
my
Golden
heart.
Corral for. I did go to Golden Corral for Thanksgiving. Their holiday buffet is damn good.
Troy, hey Troy, have you ever been to Golden Corral?
Yes, I have.
What do you? What's your thoughts?
I,
It's okay, right? You got to
It's
be.
okay,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's not.
sometimes the
But I've
meat
never
is
been there
a
for
little
breakfast.
bit dry.
You know what it is?
It's
I
no
just,
difference
The
than
best
Denny's.
time to go is around 10:30 when they're preparing for lunch.
Yeah, right when they get so you can get the leftover
you get
breakfast.
and lunch.
yeah, look at you. You can get
Hey, Phil,
yourself some biscuits and gravy
nothing like 8-hour leftover home fries.
and a rack of
Home
ribs.
fries 8 hours after the breakfast.
Ribs,
Slamming.
ribs and grits. Oh wait,
Ribs and grits is diabolical.
something like that.
That's diabolical.
Ribs and or grits, whatever.
Grits
it
and
is.
ribs.
Get a
is
nice
diabolical.
steak and a nice
I have a pancakes with
hash
my
brown,
BLT.
nice hash brown casserole with a steak.
No, I
mean,
like a good
Ribs-
hash brown casserole. Now,
Hey,
that
ribs
is
and
something.
waffles. To hell with chicken and waffles, ribs and waffles.
Yeah, you can do that.
Straight gut bomb. That is a gut bomb.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying that's.
Well, I don't have the
Golden
stomach
Corral
for
about
Golden
10:30.
Corral anymore. You know, like I get a meal and I
it.
got to take my meal back home with me. You know,
Yeah,
like I can't take advantage of Golden Corral.
Nah, I
so
can't.
I buy. Yeah, I'd be like, oh,
I went there
You got the old lady. Got the old lady in there with a walker. I'm trying to run her over because she's in my way.
What's the difference between Golden Corral and House of Pancakes? There's really no difference. Just have a little bit more variety.
Oh, you mean IHOP?
House of Pancakes? IHOP?
Yeah. Internet.
Because you got to order and wait for one of them to make it while the other one you run around.
I don't know. I would choose IHOP because maybe the clientele might be just a slightly better.
But you already
got
know,
a bunch
man.
of lot lizards sitting in the Golden Corral.
It never fails when you go to Golden Corral. There'll always be an old man coughing up a lung next to you when you're eating.
Mark Huston, there it is. Mark Huston says the same thing. I can't stand Golden Corral. Too many hands in the food. Yeah, it's like a bunch of lot lizards that's been working all night, stumble into the Golden Corral.
We used to have
hands in the like in the Alamode or whatever.
We used to have a place here called
Lot Lizard Chicken Fingers.
That is peak 1990s buffets right there. We didn't give a damn back then. We didn't give a damn back then. Who cares?
We used to blow on each other's birthday cakes and serve it to each other.
Come on now. Everyone was drinking out of hoses when they were younger. Over here, Golden Corral. Oh, too many people.
You drink out of hoses. Hey, leave those hoses alone.
Too many people are touching the.
Wade, they're grubbing through breakfast, lunch changeover. Dude, Rolo, Wade knows how to, I would trust him. I would trust his acumen.
Oh, see, you get the breakfast and it's cheaper than the lunch, so you get the discount. Then you roll into lunch. That's how you double cross them.
Wait,
you're the guy who goes to a movie and sneaks into another theater.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
I've done that.
Yeah, Wade is definitely 2 for 1.
I can watch the beginning later.
I've stuck in plenty of movies, man.
See, Troy, you're not the only one. Come on, girl. They're lighting up Wade.
Come on, girl. We can watch the beginning later. Come on.
Troy's like, I'm fucking out of this.
Well, you're my guy, Wade.
Furs was good as they served you.
Furs, Lubies. They kicked the
bucket.
They kicked the bucket during the pandemic.
There was a place called Homestyle Buffet that was pretty decent.
Homestyle Buffet.
I
had one that was Piccadilly's, but they would actually serve you behind. You would just tell them, I want that one, and they would just give it to you.
So I don't know if they had this where you are. We had Pancho's Mexican Buffet where it was all you could eat Mexican
you guys
food.
and your names.
Hey, in order to get more food, you had to raise a Mexican flag.
And let me guess, you
That's
raised
what you had to do. Oh hell yes, I raised.
That's what you got to do, man.
It was just law.
Margarita's on deck.
It was an unwritten book of the roads.
Game time, Brian. Papa John's or Domino's? Well, I'm going Papa John's. Better ingredients.
I'm going Papa John's.
Better pizza.
Domino's is trash. I don't like
Domino's gives me heartburn, man. But I know
they fell off a cliff. They used to be really good.
Who's that? Papa John's?
Pizza Hut used to be really good. They fell off a cliff.
Yeah, I used to love their pan pizza. Now it's all crap.
So did KFC. For some reason, I thought KFC was good like over 20 years ago.
You got to get the extra crispy in order for it to be any
good. Yeah,
good.
get the crispy.
If not,
don't get the flaccid regular.
Yeah, when they would ask me,
they
it's
have
like,
would you want a chicken here that's pretty good?
You want original or crispy? Man, get the hell. Who says original?
Yeah. I want something that could possibly chip my teeth.
Yep.
Vinny, it is too greasy. The original recipe, they changed it. It ain't the same.
Yeah, they changed something. Same thing with McDonald's. I know they changed their batter on their biscuits. That's why they fall apart now. They used to be way better.
Breakfast. Talking about breakfast.
Here we go.
Talking about breakfast.
There we go.
The breakfast menu.
I'm just pointing out.
Wait, I'm gonna start calling you Captain Crunch, bro.
Here we go. Who has the best biscuit in fast food? There you go.
Just pointing out something. They took the lard. They took the lard out of the biscuits at McDonald's. That's why they're not the same anymore.
Very observant.
Lard will kill you. Clogs your arteries. It's terrible.
But it's damn good in them biscuits.
Nuts are greasy.
I don't know if you guys have
Church's
chicken out there. Church's chickens have the best
Chick-fil-A.
Oh yeah, we got it out here. They're damn good.
Their chicken is horrible though, but their biscuits are fire.
Yeah. I used to like Roy Rogers back in the day. They had good chicken and
Is that Vanilla Ice?
Church's pretty good.
Shit. That's vanilla.
Was that Vanilla Ice?
Yeah, that's Vanilla Ice.
Yep,
He's
that's
my
vanilla.
age for F's sake.
He beat the drum tonight.
Nothing beats the Red Lobster biscuits. Oh, the cheddar.
Oh, he blew the horn. Sorry.
The cheddar biscuits.
You know what?
Yeah.
Cheddar biscuits are fire. Yeah, I'll take that back.
I still make them.
Church's biscuits pretty good too.
Yeah, their biscuits are good.
Game time. What's the best?
Especially their breakfast biscuits.
Especially their breakfast. Smothered in gravy, Phil. Smothered in gravy is
you
nothing
from
like
Texas,
it.
Bruce, and you're an Eagle fan.
Wait, yeah, exactly.
Don't ask that question, Brian.
Yeah, you said that. Did you just say that?
Don't ask that question.
Well, I'm a
I already told you my story.
I know. I'm just messing with them. What's the best cheesesteak? Well, that's a tough one, man.
It's so many, man.
Yeah, not
Alessandro's,
Gino's and not Pat's.
Max, no,
and not
just
Tony Luke's.
You can go to Wawa. You can go to Wawa or any coffee store and get a better cheesesteak from there. Hey, but you know what? There is a place in South Philly. It's called Gooey Louie's.
Oh yeah. I know. I haven't eaten
Gooey
it, but I know what it
Louie's.
is.
Big old. That's one of their sandwiches is feeding your family, but it's really good cheesesteak.
Gooey Louie's. Is that?
Yeah.
Is that a
Gooey
food
Louie's.
joint or a strip joint? No, I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
Yeah, Gooey Louie's is good.
Angelo's is good. I haven't had D'Alessandro's in years, but that's up there.
Ishkabibbles. There's a place called Ishkabibbles. Really good cheesesteak.
A lot, like I said, you got to get away from the stadiums, right? You got to get away from Front Street, you got to get away from there and go add a little bit. You can find cheesesteaks all over South Jersey. That's the thing, man. Bruce, you just don't want to. And even if you go to Tony Luke's and get one, you'll love it, but it's not the same.
Yeah, Tony Luke's is okay.
It's not horrible.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're not going to get it. They just pump so many of them out that you're not getting. You're not getting your bang for your buck. Just like drive in a few miles, in the outer, different pockets, and you'll find better cheesesteak.
Max's is really good. I think Kobe used to go to Max's. That's
Mark Hudson, you're probably like Mark Holmes. He wants a chopped cheesesteak. He wants. I'm like, dude. Some people just want to get
more sauce. I'm muted.
You're not muted.
Oh.
Texas Roadhouse. I don't know if y'all got that over there. We're in Texas Roadhouse, pretty good.
Yeah, I used to love Texas Roadhouse. They dropped off a little bit, but my kids still go there a lot. They all drive, so they go. They'll go to Texas Roadhouse.
Steaks are pretty solid.
You know where I like a good steak for a fast food place? Longhorn Steakhouse is pretty good. Longhorns. If you ever been to Longhorns, you can get a decent steak there. And
hey,
yeah,
give me a few chips. I don't.
They have a Lowry's. They have a place called Lowry's out here, like the seasoning.
Oh yeah, Lowry's. Yeah.
They have really good steaks. Lowry's Steakhouse is pretty good.
If you're ever in Texas at the Big Tex in Amarillo, they have a 75-ounce steak you can eat. If you eat that whole plate, you get it free.
Does it come with biscuits?
Comes with everything.
75 ounces that's too much.
That's too much.
It's a big ass steak. That's the competition. There's a big old thing competition where people see if they could eat the whole plate. You get all the trimmings and everything.
That's a lot of steak, bro.
Vinny, yeah, Metro Rigo, buddy. Sicklerville. That's pretty much where we go. Well,
my aunt lives in Sicklerville, bro.
Yeah, I'm about 15 minutes from Sicklerville. So they have, obviously Sicklerville Road there. It's so built up, man. They have everything. But they have the old Texas Roadhouse there. So we'll go there occasionally. So what's up, Virus?
What's going on, guys? About that big steak reminds me of John Candy in the Great Outdoors.
Yeah, the 96er or something. The home of the 96er. 96-ounce steak, I think. Remember he was sweating?
It was a big one. Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's right, Rolo. Many have tried that big Tex steak, but few have finished it.
So
that's a lot of meat, man. Pause.
Wade, you ate it?
There's no way I'd be able to finish that. No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've eaten it. I've eaten like there in the steak there, but I didn't try that plate they had.
That's too much.
Wait, do you
it's
cook?
A tourist attraction, Mark. They
would be.
Yeah, I cook at the house. Yeah, just nothing too.
Mark Huston, the last good steak I had, Mark, I mean, real good, but it cost me an arm and a leg, was Bobby Flay's in Atlantic City. We went there and I went to a wedding down in Cape May, and we said, we didn't go to the reception. So we went to Atlantic City and we went to Bobby Flay's. But it's very, very good, man. You want a filet or... See, like, fillets are good, but I'm not the biggest filet guy. I'd rather have, like,
You seem like a filet guy. I don't know, it's just something that strikes me, a filet guy.
I would rather have a thicker piece of meat. Pause.
Pause.
There's a steak I have with Jack Daniels. There's
nothing about you that says filet.
Yeah, oh, that's good. I'm glad.
We have a couple of casinos out here on the state line in the West Desert of Utah. It's Wendover, if anybody knows it. But those hotel restaurants, they make a great prime rib.
Yeah, they do. They do. There's a steakhouse out here called Fleming's that I really like to go get a prime rib from there. It's really good. I don't know if they have them out there, but Fleming's is a really great steakhouse out here.
I think they do have them here in Utah.
Yeah, Fleming's is really good.
I want to go to Indianapolis and go to St. Elmo's.
You start.
Bill, you look tired as hell, bud.
You start. I am. I am. I have like a pinched nerve, which is causing like this whole arm pain.
How'd that happen?
That sucks.
Yeah, just from work. From work and crunch.
What are you doing at work?
It's a lot of work, man. Extremely busy.
But I know you do a lot on the computer and stuff, right?
Yeah, but that's a lot.
Oh, okay. Well, the way you were reaching, like you were like lifting beams or something.
No.
Pause.
No, I'm just crunched over, doing a lot. And then by the time I got back here, then I was doing stuff for the program, which I was on the computer there, and then it was back to the work. It was like, so.
I went to a place in Vegas. It's actually near the old part of Vegas, where they just tore down the Riviera. We're talking old school Vegas, like going towards the Stratosphere. It was called, what the hell? We sat in the Clint Eastwood booth, the Golden Steer. The Golden Steer. If you ever go to Vegas, Mark Hutchton, you got to go to the Golden Steer. It's off the beaten path. It's like where the old mobsters used to go. You walk in, it's real nice. I mean, it's not cheap.
I've seen that place.
Yeah, the Golden Steer.
That, I think on like Bar Rescue or something like that.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it was Bar Rescue, but they did. I've seen it on shows where a lot of the old, like Clint Eastwood used to go there. A lot of the old Vegas acts would go there, but it's a high-end steak joint, but it's off the strip. It's not like it's touristy, it's like if you know type of deal. But Frank Sinatra, yes, exactly. But I sat in the Clint Eastwood booth, but it was like $100, $105 just for a steak and a couple sides. But it was like really good, and that was a few years ago. That was just for me, by the way. So it was good. So I haven't been to the Delmonico's. I heard of it though. So 99.9% of the time, I'm eating my own steaks. Now, do you process your own meat, Mark Hutchton? I know you're a farmer. Do you have cows, bulls, and stuff? Do you process your own meat? That's the question, Mark.
Pause.
Oh shit!
You make your own meats.
Smoked meats. We have Peter Luger's. Yes, Peter Luger's. I've heard of that.
Meat.
Bruce Banner, where my electricians at? St. Elmo's Fire. St. Elmo's, that's the restaurant all the teams go for the draft. For their steak meals.
Pansies.
Man.
Sam Darnold, a first-round quarterback.
Yeah, he almost did a darn too.
Yeah, he almost.
Oh darn!
He almost screwed it up.
Yeah, he's lucky the 5th time is a charm.
Mm-hmm.
Lordy.
When's the last time Dak won? Only lost 2 games in a season.
Well, give him 5 teams and we'll see.
It's not happened. Has it? I don't think it's happened. Maybe his rookie year.
No, he's never had 2 losses.
We went 13-3, but
13,
yeah, they went 13-3.
But that was the final record. What was it?
They're going to beat the
Game
Bears
time. You
tonight. They're
got
going to
an
be 12-2.
HEB over there? What's HEB?
That's a great grocery store, Texas.
No.
Thing.
We have not. We don't got much here. We got ShopRite, Acme. We got what else we got? We got some butcher shops. You raise your own. Good for you, Mark.
Do you still have a decent Watsons?
Somebody do it. Yes.
They still got decent Watsons, Brian?
Yes, they do. Yep, Dietz and Watson over by the stadium. Vikings have stayed under the radar mostly, but they just keep winning. I'm not going to listen. Far be it from me to complain about the Vikings. I'm just saying, looking at them, okay. I'm not overly concerned about them.
No, I would be. I would be.
If I'm Eagles, I'm sitting there licking my chops to play the Vikings. That's all.
Exactly.
That's how I would be, honestly. And things are coming together for him. So take advantage of it. I'm going to say it again. Take advantage of it. There ain't nobody that's scaring me. And that includes the Chiefs, Phil. I'm sorry.
In that whole division that they have those 3 teams, do they have defensive tackles that you're worried about that's going to clog your running game if you have a running game? I don't think so. I mean, Vikings, no. Green Bay, no. Like
no one in the
Detroit now. So
Sixers won. Hey.
I'm as the Eagles. I wouldn't be afraid of anybody in the industry.
Yeah, I would, but there are some matchups that you got to hold your breath. I honestly think I would be so confident, and if I was an Eagle fan, I think there's 2 teams that I would be holding my breath on, and it's not Minnesota. It's
Green Bay doesn't scare me at all.
I think it's Tampa Bay and Detroit.
I'm not scared of Tampa.
Well, I didn't say
when
scared.
When we played Tampa earlier this year, I'm saying when we played them earlier this year, we played them without AJ and without without Schmitty.
Yes,
so
I agree.
Only weapon we had was we just had Saquon and we had our tight end. So yeah, when we play them full strength, body, I'm not afraid of Tampa. Bring me Tampa on a platter.
Send that to me, Brian. Okay. Oh, it's in the chat, but I'll send it to you, brother.
I'm about to say you got to watch that, man, because they seem to have Baker. He seems to have your number, and that's what Washington was saying to Dallas like a little while ago.
Yeah, but Washington, I knew they were going to do better, but I don't think Washington.
No,
they still got like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, they're not there.
I think they are.
Let's face it.
I don't think they're. Yeah, they're not there yet.
Mark Hudson.
We just know he's a good quarterback, and we all know that first year they don't have film on you. We know how that goes with really good quarterbacks like that. Go ahead, Brian.
No. Just reading the super chat. Raise my own beef. Own yard birds. I have somebody process them. I don't have that much time to do it myself. I know what's in my food. Yeah, I will be honest. If I had the wherewithal, I would be doing the same thing. It's way more healthy.
Yeah, that's awesome, Mark. Yeah, that's
he owns a big farm in Texas. So
I used to do that with ducks, man. Duck eggs are awesome.
Again, the most healthiest thing you could do was what Mark's doing. Everybody says, "Oh my God, how could you do that?
For sure.
How could you do that? How could you do it?
How could you not?
If you have the wherewithal to do it, that's what you want to do. What we eat, like me, like normal people, as far as not have the wherewithal to do that, is all this tainted shit that we eat. And a lot, it's
all the stuff and dyes and crap that are in our food.
I'd like to have a conversation with Mark because I don't want to get too political, but just his view on RFK Jr. and if he likes him or not. Because I know he's very controversial. He basically already told.
Got worms in his head.
He already told Coca-Cola that he's going to make them take high fructose corn syrup out of their recipe.
That's good.
And again, there's nothing wrong with that, people. That is an addictive, nasty.
It is very addictive.
Element that is one of the leading causes of diabetes.
Diabetes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It leads to a lot of negative things. We have more food in our country, Drew, that is illegal, like our dyes, like Fruit Loops in other countries are made differently.
Absolutely.
And it would be illegal. The fact that our government allows us to eat that shit and our children to eat that shit is pathetic. So that's why I'm kind of curious to see his point, because he's an actual farmer, and sometimes it may cost him more. I don't know Mark's total situation, but it's going to cost these farmers more to do it a certain way. But if everybody's on the same level playing field, maybe it's good. Coyote, I'm sorry, that's just how I feel, bro.
I like his opinion on the restrictions put on him as a farmer too.
Yeah. As a nurse, I agree with you, man, because I see the effects of what that food does to people.
My mother was a big Italian woman. My brother God rest his soul, he blew up over 500 pounds after he stopped playing football. He was a big boy. My sister was big. She's still on the big people running my family. So I want to help people. I don't want to give them high fructose corn syrup. That's some nasty shit. That's
a lot of people now are going carnivore.
Yeah, that's good for you. But again, for us on the go, it's so hard to do carnivore. I'm better off doing keto, but I usually do that after the new year, and I'll lose like 20 pounds. That's basically what I do every year.
I mean, they say, doctors say, I don't eat red meat. Don't eat steak. Don't eat like a burger. Don't eat like, hamburger meat. But it's like, hold on. I think maybe eating the hamburger meat.
Well, if you eat breakfast, you'll be good.
You're talking from a guy who eats nothing but biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits and gravy.
I don't eat biscuits and gravy all the time.
I love biscuits and gravy.
Carbs.
I love biscuits and gravy.
Extra carbs on top of carbs on top of carbs.
Yeah. Well, that's what my kids. Everything they eat is a carb. I'm like, do you guys have a vegetable at all? I mean,
eating bread with pasta.
I grew up with a salad with every meal, so not now.
Oh, silver spoon in his mouth over here, Mark. Did
you have a salad with every meal?
Yeah, Mark, that has every meal that's prepped out, everything. I
agree with RFK.
You go into that.
What was your brother's name, Brian?
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
My brother was
Belvedere.
Chris. Yeah. Mark Hudson, I agree with RFK about 80% of what he wants to do. Yeah. You know how it goes, Mark. When it gets political, everything gets tossed out.
You could be like Sling Blade and biscuits and mustard.
French fried taters. Oh,
yeah, I'm good.
Fried taters.
Dude,
Chicago scored a touchdown.
Who was it? Swift, ex-Eagle.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
Ex-Lion too.
McDonald's had aluminum and
I don't even eat McDonald's, dude. It's terrible.
Mark Hudson, yeah, it's bad.
It's terrible. It's bad.
Yep. It's the high amounts of carbs and sugar. Well, see, Coyote, I'm not saying nothing about sugar. You can eat. It's the high fructose corn syrup that's addictive. That's what makes kids want to keep drinking that shit and eating that like certain candies.
Yeah, but a bowl of cereal. I mean, Shit, how
That's
much
all
sugar that
sugar.
got?
But carbs turn into sugar. So if
Yes,
you're
yeah.
eating a lot of carbs, it's going to turn into
You
sugar.
might as well just eat
That's
biscuits
why.
and
That's
gravy.
why. That's why everyone, is getting on like the straight carnivore. Cutting off the carbs and sugar. They're just losing massive amounts of weight.
Yeah.
Touchdown taken off the
I
board.
think my
Is
buddy
it?
Zach,
Yeah,
man,
Wow.
he's
Shooting up
lost
with-
like 130 pounds in
Who'd we
like 8
lose?
months.
And they're shooting up with Ozempic,
Or you could go
Even
do my
alcohol.
diet.
What's
You
that?
drink a
Have
lot of alcohol, it
appendicitis
turns into
and not eat for 4 days.
There you go.
Yeah, but that's not the healthy way to lose weight. Starve
I
yourself.
No,
know.
that's not
I
it.
could not
yourself.
eat for those 4 days
You
when I
got-
had
you have
that
to eat.
attack.
I mean,
Unless you're, at
even
least you're
carbs,
fasting.
you have
You
to.
need to like smoothies, things like that.
Yeah.
Something to get
Now,
those
you,
proteins in.
Phil, you know what I
What?
thought was amazing to see the diet of some of these NFL players, especially like O linemen and defensive linemen. Their diet is absolutely ridiculous, but like they're doing so much workout. You know what I mean? They're burning.
Well,
a
that's
lot
what I
of
was gonna
calories.
say when he was talking about how his brother, blew up. But like that's what they teach you. Like in football, that's what they taught me to eat.
Yeah.
Because you were constantly working out all the time. And so
Right.
when you get out, you eat, but you don't do the working out part.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was eventually hit me as well. So I didn't get as big, but I definitely was not I definitely wasn't at that size at point. So I had to kind of change stuff.
Did you say you had a big butt?
No. Big.
Oh, I was about to say Philip here with a BBL. What's going on?
No.
BBL.
Like you end up getting bigger and stuff like that. No.
Keto works. I lost 60 pounds on it
What-
before. Went
Phil,
from
what was your
280 to
what was your
220.
diet, bro? When you were in college, was it? I'm sure it wasn't like the offensive defensive line.
I actually had to gain weight. My biggest problem was I wasn't big enough coming out. I had to gain like my
That's
first
what she said.
before I had to I had a red shirt and gain like 50 or so pounds before I could get on the
Oh,
pound.
wow.
It was crazy. That's how big I had to get. So I had to eat a lot of pastas and carbs and things like that first year or so. But I gained it. I mean, I felt bigger. I didn't feel slower at the time, but it's kind of changed as soon as I got out. I definitely gained some more weight. So right now I'm about 230. So that's where I'm at.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
Caleb Williams throws
bodybuilders,
the
their
ball too hard.
diets, their
Ultra,
diets are
you win.
insane.
You win, Ultra. You got it tonight. You got it, man.
Drew loves
This
big
guy's
busts.
like
just
Ronnie
ask Diddy.
Coleman. Have you saw Ronnie Coleman's diet?
Who?
Like Ronnie Coleman, the bodybuilder.
the bodybuilder. Yeah, I've met him before.
You have?
Yeah.
Eight-time Mr. Olympic, man. His freaking his eating regimen was insane.
It was always through football programs. I always ended up meeting him when he was talking about working out and stuff.
Didn't he use steroids too?
I mean, I'd imagine so.
Yeah, the
All those
bodybuilders
guys.
on that level, they have to use steroids.
They all did.
I saw his regimen on how he eat. He be throwing down.
The Rock kind of shit.
He be throwing down.
That's when he jumped
Yeah,
in.
we fought each other on
The fact that he's deadlift, he's incline pressing 200-pound dumbbells like nothing. Man, bro, you gotta be strong as shit to do that.
Field goal Bears
Yeah,
are
Ronnie
on the
Coleman
board.
was strong, bro. Ronnie Coleman was ridiculous.
Like 200-pound dumbbells a piece. Oh my gosh, man. That's
Bacon
ridiculous.
for breakfast, bacon sandwich at lunch, and more bacon for dinner. Grumpy old man.
Damn it.
8 times a day.
Don't forget to have them biscuits with it.
That was a face mask on the
Biscuits and
Vikings. They
gravy.
missed it, says Daniel. I used to bulk up 10 to 15 pounds in the off season, then the couch would run it off me in weeks. What's that?
Coach,
mean?
the coach,
Oh, the coach.
the coach would.
Or the couch.
Like the opposite would be like I would lose about 10 15 and then the couch would make me gain that shit back up.
Yeah. Brian, my mother used to make us eat salad after. Yeah, that's what my mother. She was Italian, so we would always have salad. So we would have
That's
to
the
eat.
thing. Like you're saying, Phil, a lot of football players are so used to eating a lot, working out. When they get out of the NFL and it stops, it's kind of a shock to the system if they don't keep working out.
Well, but that's where you see. That's where you see a lot of them, like all of a sudden lose a lot of weight because they do have the the discipline to like, okay, I don't need it, like because I'm not playing football, and so you'll see a lot of these guys drop weight. I mean,
Shoot, Eric. What's his name?
Look at Jason
Nate
Kelsey.
Newton. Nate Newton
Look at
wasn't
Jason
dropping weight.
Kelsey.
Jason, yeah, I was gonna say that example.
Nate
Jason
Newton,
Kelsey's
man,
like
he had a
small
damn.
now.
He had a damn sandwich named the Newton Special here in Coppell.
I'll give y'all an example.
Go ahead.
Watch Jason Kelsey after this game when he do the when he working with the ESPN crew. He don't got small.
Yeah, he's very small now. He's little.
Yeah, same thing with Jeff Saturday. He lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, Jeff Saturday is another one.
Yeah, they don't need to. You know, they're not.
Moose
They don't, need
Johnson.
to, they don't need to carry that
Moose.
weight on them to be linemen anymore.
And did you guys hear about Randy Moss?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. I'm glad he's doing better. Wow.
There we go. This is a good one. Mark Hudson has a good question. He says, talking about the grub, let's talk about dessert. What's your favorite dessert? Mine is pineapple. Oh, my God. Pineapple upside down cake. My mother, Mark Hudson, she was Italian. She made, and I'm going to say this, but just freaking trust me. It was the big round pineapple upside down cake every year. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but yeah, everybody loved it. Your thoughts on pineapple upside down, and what's your favorite dessert?
That's my favorite.
I can go with like Coyote said, banana pudding and a good old peach cobbler.
I'm
with a scoop
down
of
with
ice
the
cream on
cobblers.
top.
Yep. Mark
Peach cobbler
Hudson.
with a scoop of ice cream on top. I'm down for it.
Ain't nothing better than a nice pecan pie
I
with
like
a little
pecan
bit
pie. Yeah.
little bit of whipped cream on top.
Vinny says she's cancer free right now. So we'll see.
Yeah, he said he's cancer free right now.
But
so
he's still
good.
on the. He's
My
gotta do-
father-in-law used to make an
The
excellent
Lizzo
banana
upside down
pudding
cake is
pie.
diabolical.
Yeah, upside
Ultra
down
is
they would-
diabolical.
yeah, like
The
that
Lizzo
top man.
upside down cake is
Oof, Lizzo. Oh my God, come on.
that's
Ultra.
hilarious.
Come on.
The
Ultra.
Lizzo
Come
upside
on,
down cake
Ultra.
is
That's good.
diabolical.
Oh God.
Coconut cream pie is pretty good too. I like that.
Yeah.
Not a fan of coconut.
My father would do the pecan pie. I was always into the peach cobbler, obviously around October. And the, man, that's good. My mother would do
banana pudding is
blackberry, and
good.
I never got into the blackberry, but a lot of people loved her blackberry buckle. It was like she would serve it warm, and you would just take, it's like blueberry buckle, but with blackberry. I don't know. I'm not big into it, but a lot of people loved it.
Yeah. When Mark said his thing, he said his was pineapple upside down cheesecake.
Oh,
so
is that what he said?
That's what he said.
Pineapple upside down cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
That's a lot, man.
Yeah.
Dude,
I love
had
cheesecake
that.
too.
Sorry. Pineapple upside down cheesecake.
Cheesecake is fire.
My mother would make the pineapple upside down cake, not the cheesecake.
Get the
Never
Cheesecake
had that.
Factory. Their cheesecakes are
Yeah.
I love cheesecake. That's my favorite. Like strawberry cheesecake.
Cheesecake. Yeah. Yeah.
That's another winner.
Cheesecake pretty good.
I just like a
I need to go
regular
get me something to eat.
slice of New York
It's
style
making me hungry.
cheesecake. They don't have to have anything on it. Just a regular slice of New York style cheesecake is, man, that'll do it.
Oh God, that's disgusting. Ultra. At Christmas time, I need those mincemeat cookies. Mincemeat. Nah, I don't do the mincemeat. You probably.
Marcon loves Dak pudding. Dak pudding is diabolical.
He's like, I like to get it from my favorite bodega.
Clemente, you like that fruitcake, don't you? You like that
fruitcake?
That block you get
That's
that
ultras.
everybody just re-gifts and ships back out.
Ultra loves fruitcake. Extra nuts and cherries.
Dak pudding, extra sauce. A little pound cake. I like
Dak
a good
pudding is
pound cake.
diabolical.
All right, here we go. 13-3. Sam Darnold's looking like a stiff in the pocket. Unloads.
First down.
First down. Nope on the fruitcake. Good.
My father-in-law made an excellent banana cream pie.
Ah, see, there you go. I love a good banana cream pie. Oh, man, you guys are making me hungry.
Oh, God. There's a restaurant out here that makes a Biscoff banana pudding. Oh, my God.
You know what I like, too? A good, like, bread pudding.
He also made a pineapple delight dessert.
Brian, y'all talking about this food so much. I had to go in the kitchen to eat some of the leftovers from yesterday. You don't want to know what it was.
What is it? What kind of cake is it?
Meatloaf.
Okay, meatloaf. I like a good meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
Ma, the
See,
meatloaf.
I like brownies, but it's hard to find a really good one. It's like some of them are just too dry, and some of them are just not.
Yeah.
You know.
I like that. Like you go to those high-end buffets and you get the either the cobbler or the bread pudding, but they have the thick vanilla, the hot vanilla sauce that you pour over top. The yellow vanilla sauce, man. That's where it's at.
What high-end buffet? Golden Corral?
No, the Golden Corral don't have it.
They got it. Hey, their dessert lineup's pretty damn good.
Icebox cakes. Stop. You probably get an
got
icebox cake.
Got a damn chocolate fountain for crying out loud. Who the hell's got
chocolate?
A chocolate fountain?
That'll give you the shits.
But if you can only have one dessert, like
you talking about
your last day. But if it's your last day, it's your last day on Earth. You can only eat one dessert. What dessert would that be, though?
Alter says Holmes likes the Prescott cobbler.
Prescott cobbler.
That's Mark's favorite.
That is hilarious.
He takes a beating in here, dude. He takes a beating in here anymore.
Yeah, he does. But if you can only just go with one dessert, what dessert would that be?
Prescott cobbler.
Phil's like in a stupor. Phil's on the mushrooms. Phil's got the Chris May right now.
I'm thinking about this dessert. I don't know.
I'm looking. Where can I
Phil,
get
you feel me, Phil? Phil, if you can only go with one dessert, man, that's it.
That's a tough one, man.
What would that be? It is a tough
It'd
question.
probably be chocolate mousse. Probably like a nice
chocolate
kind of mousse thing. I need something.
That's basic.
Yeah, I need something that's gonna. I'm not gonna live for long, so what the hell do I care?
No, but
he just said I was about to die.
How about a chocolate mousse cheesecake?
Don't even give me the milk. I don't even need to. I'm not gonna be around that long.
I'm out of here.
All right,
chocolate mousse me up.
Have fun.
Hey, Vinny, I see you, bro.
Drew, cheesecake from me. I'll tell you, cheesecake's a big winner here. I'm surprised. I like cheesecake, don't get me wrong, but I've had some good and some bad. Remember those cheesecakes we used to have to give out for school? We used to have to sell. What were they called? The Cinderella cakes? Remember the
we had the world's finest chocolate. We had this like drug dealers out there.
We used to have to sell the Cinderella cakes. I heard Diddy always brings the dessert game time. Yeah, Coyote probably does. Pecan pie for ginger.
All laced and stuff.
Arturo Gomez. No, Mark Holmes. Mark loves the Gina Dallas Steva chocolate covered mud pie.
Oh God. Jesus Christ. No. God damn. Mark Holmes loves the Daknog. Ultra Cowboys is lighting his ass up.
It's a holiday season too.
Wow. Listen, speaking of nog, I gotta get my kids because they always go by Wawa. I need a couple half gallons of the Wawa eggnog.
Eggnog, I love
eggnog. That's the best. With a little bit of rum. I always do coconut rum,
cinnamon,
cinnamon, nutmeg, and.
Now you sound like Travis Hunter's girlfriend and shit.
Mark likes the Daknog.
Daknog.
God damn. And you know that there's people going to leave here and go over and tell them.
Man.
Minnesota in the red zone.
You're in rare form tonight.
Well, you allow it to happen game time. So.
It's my fault.
That's your fault.
What was that, Troy? Who's in the red zone?
Minnesota is in the red zone.
Yeah, I saw the run. I'm going back and forth in my other fantasy in my money league. I'm up 120 to 108, but I got Aaron Jones and he's got DJ Moore. So I'm up by a 12.3 right now. So I'm looking okay, but one big play and I could be down.
I think I was playing CZ.
No, I'm talking in my other actual money
I was
league.
saying about
I'm
me.
done. I got blowed out. Pause. Aaron Jones getting warmed up now.
Yeah, I got to get a matchup right now against Drew.
Mark rules for Dak's Mississippi Mud Special.
Wow.
I seen people's tongues in chocolate fountains. Yeah, Mark Hutchinson, I don't do. Again,
yeah, I wouldn't touch a chocolate fountain.
Listen,
no way.
It could be different here. Here compared to Texas, but the Golden Corrals here is disgusting. And I've heard people say how good it is, but I go there and I get skeeved out by just being there, if you know what I mean. We got people camped out waiting for the shrimp to be dumped.
The snozberries taste like snozberries, and like licking it. That's terrible, man. Now you got the image of a chocolate fountain and people licking at it. Like,
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll never touch it.
We didn't make you sick, Troy, did we? Sorry, brother.
No, you can go throw up now. Thank you for that.
No.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No,
brother.
it's just a call of nature.
Okay.
Speaking of chocolate fountain,
Troy has to go grow a tail.
Oh God!
Go grow that tail, Troy.
I will say though, Troy, he's watching what he eats, but he's always eating on Zoom. So that's what I want to know. What are you pounding, Troy? He's always snacking.
Pause.
Yeah, really. Game time. Why are the Falcons messing around with the Raiders? Because the Falcons stink. That's why.
The Falcons see something shiny and they forget what they're doing.
What are they up? 10-3? Is that what it is? Let me see.
Ooh, something shiny, and then they're like, "Oh, time to punt." Oh, I thought
13-3 Vikings Bears. 12-3. 12-3 over there. Wow, they're doing a decent job. 12-3. Raiders are the home team.
Yeah, Raiders suck ass.
The Raiders. It is what it is. We got the Vikings going in, looks like, for a score.
Yes, Darnold threading the needle. Unlike Dak
Prescott. Got clocked. Damn.
Raiders are ass.
Daniel, it don't matter.
Dak
Falcons need to win.
couldn't make that damn throw.
Falcons have new ownership, and it's almost all analytics from my
There's no
understanding.
way Dak could make that throw.
I think it's the same owners.
That just sounds like Thomas over there, where he was on Sunday, where just like and stuff. You're like, what game, man? He like 7 games on right now.
I just saw it.
Say what prime time?
As I was hearing you on Sunday when you were like yelling out random shit, and I couldn't figure out what game you were talking about because you guys were watching the Cowboys game, and and then all the other games were going.
Like, what?
Oh, on this other one, Mahomes got sacked and
No,
stuff.
he
You're like,
wouldn't
what the
say
hell?
the name until you pulled it out of him. Arizona.
When Mahomes got hurt. That was when Mahomes got hurt yesterday.
Yeah.
No,
like, interception.
No, because everybody living all over the country, everybody had on a different game.
Yeah, I was watching them. I could see which ones you were yelling about.
Okay, general manager, that makes more sense.
That same pass, Dak would have thrown an interception.
Oh God!
Dak needs to buy you. Before every game,
60,
Dak needs to buy you a breakfast sandwich, so you be like getting like
$60 million.
nice review.
Snickers bar. Jeez.
How much are the
damn.
Vikings playing? How much
Angry
are the
when you're
Vikings?
hungry.
Hold on. How much are the Vikings playing Sam Darnold?
Mark wants Stack to thread his noodle.
Go get yourself a Snickers.
How much Sam Darnold making
That's
this
what Wade
year?
wants to do. Wade wants to go with a guy that's been rejected by 5 teams. Let's do that.
Well,
Who's that?
Are you talking about Sam Darnold? He wants to compare.
Kurt Warner was rejected by some teams too. Look how that turned out.
I mean, you don't think we have enough undrafted free agents in this fucking team?
Wow! Bang bang!
Let's be real, man. We got a lot. Like
Touchdown,
that game,
Aaron Jones. It's a wrap.
like that
baby.
line.
It's a wrap.
Most of them undrafted free agents. I'm just tired of these. We can always find bargain stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Bargain.
I'm tired of his I'm tired of his crap with Stephen Jones.
Yeah, they're yeah, they make no sense on a lot of shit. So,
well, I mean, we talked about it before. It's just you gotta figure. I don't know. Somebody's got to be in his ear about the fan base and how they're talking.
now someone's in his ear, like you know, they're without a doubt in my mind, someone's in the office with them saying, "Yeah, no, we got a lot of holes and we ain't gonna fill it all with the draft. Trust me, it ain't gonna happen." You know, there's no way Will McClay isn't telling them that.
Yeah, Oscar. I was on that train a little while ago. We're getting rid of Solari, but our offensive line over the last month has played well. So it coincides with Guyton being benched or being.
I don't know, man. That drive that they put together, they looked really good as a team, and Guyton was in that lineup.
Yeah. Yep.
So and then Zach Martin wasn't in that lineup either, and that they looked really good. I mean,
Phil, let's get.
This is what I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Volkswagen. Yeah. This is like I can't even know the combination. This is like I don't know. The number was really high. The different combination of lines that we had for this year.
I had to mute Wade. Oh wait, that wasn't Wade. Yeah, I had to mute you, Wade, because we're getting feedback. So just like maybe go out and come back in. Or...
No,
I agree, Ultra. I think he did it amazingly. I think when he was in there, was it him, Bass, Hoffman? Oh, I didn't remember who was. It was
Guyton wasn't playing, was he?
No, he was playing at that time during that drive.
He played well yesterday.
They played amazingly yesterday.
His problem is he's a rookie.
Yoga went out.
Yeah. He needs to get stronger. He's a big boy who's got unbelievable athletic ability, and he's
that's what
great.
It was. Sorry,
but
my bad. That's who. Sorry.
Huh?
No, that's who they pointed it out. My bad. They were just. I was trying to figure out who the hell that was, but it was Tyler Smith. I'm obviously forgetting.
Yeah. So, I mean, he'll be all right long term. I don't know if it's ultimately right tackle. I think they want him to be left. Steele's been playing good. So, who knows, man? Our offensive line is really playing well now. You see by our average yards per run. Now, yesterday, we played a horrible team. So,
yeah, I don't take that. Yeah.
So, you have to keep that in perspective, people. So... Edoga, I'm not a fan of. Daniel M. Sorry, brother.
Can't stand Edoga.
He's a progress stopper is what he is.
Mm-hmm. That's the only thing he blocks.
But, of course, McCarthy, who's on a one-year deal, is going to go with guys that are veterans, and screw the potential of the rookies.
I'm saying, Oscar, man, all across the board, undrafted. And it's like, that's awesome that you can find that, but to go in and go, okay, we're not going to go into free agency at all because we're going to be like, that's just so arrogant. That's just an arrogant way of thinking that you're going to do stuff. If you have an advantage of being able to find talent in the draft and finding it after the draft, why the hell wouldn't you also level your playing field with the other stuff that everybody else has, since you have this ability over here to do, That's what this over here is what separates you apart, not makes you different. You know what I'm saying? You need to do the same over here and then do this one exceptionally well. It's just, no, they go, well, we do this exceptionally well, so we're not going to do any of this. That's just terrible. Terrible. I need that sound quick.
It's terrible.
But if you're going to bring back McCarthy, what's taking you so long? Why wait for the
because they're doing are you talking about what's taking the Joneses a long time to do a contract? Is that what you're asking, Drew? They could Google that shit and it would give them a suggested number they could at least follow. I mean, they don't even got to do the work, I think he could go to Madden and probably figure that shit out. I don't know. Just he said nobody can do their job, but
listen, any of you, I reached out to Brock Hoffman not too long ago. So He does episodes. I just posted his YouTube channel.
Yeah, he does a good. He does.
So I don't know. I'm waiting to hear, but maybe we can get him on. He doesn't do anything during season like other Dallas Cowboys, but he does have a YouTube channel. So go. I just put it in there.
It's a big distraction.
Sub up to his channel. I did reach out to him, so we'll see. I said, like when you're done the season, I'd like to have you on or do something.
Why did you stop?
So
You kept running.
But yeah, the 8th round podcast. Hey, Game Time, do you think the O-line could create holes versus Tampa to help Rico run close? Oh, Rico is going to get 1,000 yards, and that's pretty scary knowing that he missed. I mean, he didn't play in how many games, Ultra? He was not. It was a while.
He wasn't a featured back either for a while.
Yeah, he needs like 58 yards or something for the next 3 games to get his 1,000. Something like that.
I thought it was 120 something.
What, yards?
Yeah.
No, I said if he needs like 58 per game. So
so that's like 40 something per game.
Yeah, 40 now. It's down to 40 some yards. I mean, he's going to get 1,000 yards, which is no big feat.
Not if Mark McCarthy has anything to do with it.
But exactly, McCarthy and the fact that he wasn't even the starter. Rico is pretty good. I like what Ultra's saying. Give me a Hampton or give me one of those guys. I don't, I'd have to look into it more to see who fits better.
Pair him with one of the running backs in the draft.
Yes.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Donnie's drum covers. What's up, brother?
And then a third running back somewhere in the mix. That's not already on this roster.
Darnold's dime to Jefferson. Highlight on Bleacher Report. Rico had been the most productive back the last 3 games. Yeah, I had said that, and I wasn't trying to disrespect anybody. Of course, a certain fan base thinks, "Oh, he's nowhere near Saquon." I never said he was Saquon.
You know what's funny? Every time I say
all I was saying, Drew, was that over the last month, it's Saquon and Rico. That's all I'm saying.
I didn't say anything.
No. I didn't say you, but that's what I was meant earlier. Anytime I say a stat, I get it jammed. I'm like, whatever. I just I don't know what to do. I'm stuck in a box. I can't say shit without offending somebody. But yeah, Rico has been running well. He's not Saquon Barkley. He's not on the same stratosphere. But he's averaging well over 5 yards a carry. So again, that's pretty good.
I have him on 2 of my fantasy teams.
That's where I get that's where I get some of the hypocrisy when it comes to just not fan bases, but just individual pieces. Some people that I have hidden from the channel because they're just so negative people. It's like, I don't need that kind of negative. You could have a disagreement, but to say that I'm a homer is about as ridiculous as it comes. Rico is better than Barkley. Bruce, slow down. No,
Facts,
I'm joking.
Facts, Bruce. Facts.
I'm joking. And I just think you guys have to just you got to be real. I try and be real. You got to be real. For the holidays, Mark Holmes is dreaming that comes down his chimney. I don't know that's going to happen, Ultra. Did you see the way Dak talked to Mark at the at training camp?
Yeah, he kind of big time Mark.
Mark thought it was good. Oh, yeah, he knew me. No, he didn't. He looked like he was punking you guys.
Mark. Yeah. I was uncomfortable.
Wade's still here? Wade's pounding some cobbler.
Mark, Dak Prescott ducked his ass.
There you go. He's on his shitter. I hear you. I hear an echo, Wade. You're in a toilet.
All they eating.
Tell me I'm wrong, Wade. Tell me.
I'm getting away from breakfast.
Wipe your ass first.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Wipe the biscuits and gravy.
You better have some dude wipes in the bathroom. Oh God, we're getting off the back. All right, here we go. A 20-3. He got the Bears driving. What's the score of the other game? 12-3. Still Atlanta over Raiders.
This is an amazing scoring game.
Yeah, this is real men don't like old men walking around with dolls. Vikings about to blow out the Bears. I don't know. Bears are moving. Swift. I like Swift. Always have. That's DeAndre Swift.
That was Stephen Jones's
yeah, that's where I was going.
That's a wonderful catch. Wow.
Oh shit! I just saw it.
That was a great catch.
Damn.
Is that DJ Moore?
Oh,
that was Allen. That was Keenan Allen.
Dude, did you see
Oh
that?
man, beautiful catch.
He does actually, Ultra. He does have a Barbie house. He sticks Joe Boo in a house with a bunch of Barbies. The chocolate fountain is going right through him, Rolo.
Wow.
Wade's unloading the chocolate fountain in his shitter.
Man.
What a catch by Allen. That was a nice catch.
Don't let him mess with your concentration, Wade.
Yeah. It's a rhythm
concentrate,
thing.
Wade.
He's probably playing like a stack game or something. You know, like one of those Tetris games, just to get your mind off.
Time you can't get back, man.
Yeah.
Time you can't get back.
He's the type
Remember
of
you
guy
used to read shampoo bottles?
He's the type of guy that by the time he actually gets up off the toilet, he can't feel his legs.
Numb legs.
Yeah, like blue.
You got the jet leg.
He's just sitting there for like 45 minutes.
Around my ass.
Jet leg.
I ain't saying that, Ultra.
He's like, he comes out, they're like, you doing the stinky leg? What are you doing there? Like,
how do you like Golden Corral? Now talk to me, bro.
Is it as good in the way out as it is the way in?
Now? Tell me now. Are we talking Taco Bell or are we talking bad sushi? Mark Holmes puts Joe B. I can't read that. Mark Holmes puts Joe B between his legs and warm up the. Oh God, Joe Boo.
That's terrible, man.
That's terrible.
Terrible. Mm.
Joe Boo's head is wiry. I wouldn't do that.
That's funny, man.
Scared the shit out of me one time. Though I looked down, I saw these eyes looking at me. It was scary. Let's see. Okay, Sam Darnold to Jefferson.
Hopefully, I need some points on my fantasy.
I noticed some of those guys have like different countries and flags on the back of their helmets. Is it like where they're from?
I guess.
I saw a Jamaican flag.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Because a lot of the coaches got them on their jackets.
Oh, okay.
Wade Twinkie Toes. Wade Twinkle Toes.
We may have roughing the passer.
You got to finish your fragment sentence.
Throw the football away.
Yeah, there's 2 games going on. He's only watching the Bears game.
The Bears.
Wow, look at
that.
that.
That was almost a touchdown, too.
Yeah, that looks like that's roughing the passer.
Wow. He got drilled. Oh,
is that what Thomas was seeing in the future?
Yes.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. Oof. Hanging around.
I'm going to let y'all see for yourself. But it should have been.
Brady Bunch in Hawaii. Bad mojo.
Yeah. Got to leave the tiki little thing. What was it, little totem thing?
Yeah, a little tiki totem pole.
Oh, he was in midair. I think that counts. He's fine.
Ooh.
It was like his feet weren't on the ground. He wasn't even planted. That's a charge. Oh man, they're going for the field goal. Get that 2-score game. Wow. Bears suck.
Yeah, Bears are bad.
That's why when they were all coming out, they were like forward. I'm like, oh, get out of here with that. It's going to go away very quickly. I didn't think it was going to drop this quickly, but yeah, it's definitely there. They were like, hey, man, we better quit messing around. We're going to miss out on this top 5 draft pick.
Man, Caleb is still feeling it.
Yeah. We're dreaming about that. Oh, no, don't go. Okay. Wake up in the middle of the night with that shit.
Don't be surprised if Cowboys go for a quarterback in the first round. We will have no quarterback other than Prescott next year. I would be surprised.
First round, that would
be
be
very surprised. That would be extremely surprised.
But if
I could see in the 4th or 5th round.
Yeah.
Yes.
If Drew,
not the 4th.
Yeah, I ain't going there.
Yeah, the 4th round. Why not?
We don't have a 4th round pick because we're a jackass. No, we could easily get a 4th, but yeah, I could see. If the Penn State quarterback was coming out, that may have been something interesting. So that may have been something interesting. So it is what it is. Hey, Susanna, how are you?
Hello, Susanna.
Hey, Susanna,
That's
won't
exactly
you cry for me? What, you were going to sing that?
That's exactly what came to my mind. No,
Susanna.
Daniel,
I think Dylan Gabriel will be gone before round 5.
You think so?
Daniel.
I like
think
the
so.
kid.
If I could pick a quarterback, you would not like who I would pick from this draft class.
Who would it be, Phil?
All right, let me guess. Let me take a guess. From this draft class, you want me to?
No, I think he's coming out in this draft class. I'm pretty sure he is, but
well, just tell me.
Texas is Ewers.
Ewers, okay.
Yes.
Mark Hutchinson, do you like Ewers? Do you like Ewers?
I'm not really sure. I think he's pretty much a 1st or 2nd rounder, but that doesn't necessarily mean because he is capable of 1st or 2nd round. Just I think that's where people will be desperate enough to draft him.
Yeah, the Oregon quarterback. He reminded me of a.
I would want 2 out of the draft. Go ahead.
Yeah, the Oregon quarterback. He reminded me of. Y'all remember Colt Brennan?
This does sound familiar.
It's quarterback Hawaii back in the early part of the millennium.
Yes. They had that big. Yes. I know exactly what you're talking about. They had that explosive franchise record. That's when they were in the concept of being in the bowl series and all that stuff. Yeah, I remember that whole team.
They had a passing attack out of this world. Yeah, because he almost won the Heisman Trophy. That I think it was something like 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Daniel. I think so too. But they said if I could pick one, that would be my guy. That would pick. But again, I'm not a big fan of this draft class when it comes to the quarterbacks. Love this running back class though. Wide receivers, they look good.
Yeah, I think we're going to get a good running back and a wide receiver out of this draft.
I could definitely do that. Some good corners. I think there's definitely a lot of special abilities.
It's still upset to me that it's upsetting what happened to the Oregon corner from last year. Remember how high it was? We were high on him. He ended up passing away.
We went to the Vikings.
Yeah, that's a shame. What was his name again?
Kyrie Johnson.
Kyrie. Yeah, that's.
Wasn't he a starter for Minnesota when he passed?
I'm not sure.
Well, he they didn't even get into the pre.
Yeah, he died before he played any games.
He was only in training camps. And
remember, they ended up bringing in Gilmore.
Going to be in training camp or something. Yeah.
Yeah, they ended up bringing in Gilmore because of it. So stinks. But
what about corner for you guys?
Who?
Is a big situation.
Yeah,
I would get a corner just because it's just something spot you need to address. But again, we just need so much that I don't think corner should be in that list of guys. But I think that should be addressed in maybe free agency where he doesn't plan to do anything.
We got so many picks, Phil. If they did what we like to do, they could, actually pick in the first round, and then they could drop down in the second round and stockpile picks and easily get.
He's short.
And easily
get
look,
corner. Mark answered you.
What do you say about it? Yes, I like Ewers for one of the highest IQ regarding quarterbacks coming out this year. Yeah, so we were talking about you probably have to take him in the second round. So,
where we got Jalen.
Yeah.
I mean, I think where you pick is pretty fair. I mean, you could get that. I mean, he'd be great to learn now for the next 2 years.
The Ultra sent me something today, and it made a lot of. It was kind of interesting. Let me look at it so I don't screw it up. But basically, it was about the Broncos. Remember what the Broncos did? They ate a lot of money in dead money to get rid of Russell
89.
Wilson. Yeah, close to 90 million. Now we're not going to get rid of Dak this year, but this time next year you could possibly, let's say he has another injury, we draft a guy, he comes in and lights it up. You know how that's going. He's going to be released. I mean, it's not like you can't do it, people. People say, oh, you can't. Yeah, you can. You actually can.
We did it.
Yeah, you actually
did it with
can.
Carson.
You actually can. So we'll see. There's a lot of time, but to me, I'm the type of guy, I want to draft a quarterback every year. Just draft a quarterback. Draft one. You know?
Yeah.
Why go with...
Well, McCarthy's known for that, so I don't understand why they've gotten away with it.
But
him
I mean,
do
a
his,
little
if you're gonna be
higher
here.
than maybe they would think about it. Yeah, they want to go late. Hey, I would go in the 5th round and get one this year. I would take one of those 5ths and get me a quarterback. Do you guys like the Notre Dame guy at all? I don't mind him.
Yeah. I think he's good. I think
He could be there in his 7th possibly, but why
There's
mess
a lot
around?
of there. Yeah.
But I mean, just looking at where they have him, it could probably, it all depends.
Daniel M., what top cornerbacks are there in this year's draft? I wouldn't say top, but where you would draft, like, once you pick up your first rounder, whatever you're thinking of, definitely not a corner, maybe your wide receiver, your defensive tackle, whatever it is in that first round, maybe towards the second, third, if you're not looking at that quarterback, whatever. I think there's some guys there that can slide in and actually make, but I think it's from the smaller schools. I'm not big on some of these bigger school talents, but maybe that's more me.
They ask, well, you're the quarterback, ex-quarterback. That's why they're going to you with these questions.
Well, again, who do I fear in those sense of those corners? I mean, not very many, really, right? That are coming into this draft.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just think they're good depth pieces. I mean, right? That's how we go to show that we need our depth more than anything.
Here's the question: if this draft is not as lucrative as you guys are saying, because I'm not a draft guy, and this draft is really not that impressive, take that first round pick, trade back, get another first round pick for next year, because if on the agenda is possibly getting Manning Jr. or Manning, put yourself in position to where Archie, if you trade away this first round pick to someone, maybe get a high, you have 2 first round picks in 2026. You know what I mean? Put yourself in
I mean, you can still get
into
the first round this year. Like if you're in 11 or whatever, let's say 14th or 13th or 14th, drop down to 20, 22, you get next year's first and that this year's first.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, trust me, man. That is music to our ears, but
that would make sense. Put yourself
that would make too much sense.
That would make too much sense.
Where you can make a make a play for a potential Archie, or even next year, if it doesn't work out with that, if there's another decent quarterback that is coming out, you put yourself in a position.
I think there's definitely a lot that can sit there in that second and third slot and come in when you need to. I'm not expecting them to come in and play, but at least I think that's the problem right now is that if you get a guy and you put him in there and you're like, okay, this may be our future guy, we'll put him back there, we'll have him behind Dak, and then he comes in, instead of going with the, okay, well, Dak got hurt or he's still learning. Let's see how he does. He's a 3rd or 4th round pick. Instead of having that patience, the Cowboy Nation doesn't seem to have that. You can't. They jump on him and they're already bringing him down, and it's bad to see because it's very toxic for one, and you're not giving this quarterback any room to feel like they can grow. You know, a lot of teams, obviously in the NFL, you know, they'll move on from a coach, but at least the quarterback has at least what Caleb Williams. You know, they're not going to move away from Caleb Williams. Most likely. Right. I mean, that Josh Rosen thing, that's very rare that happens, right? That they get drafted in the exact following year, they draft another quarterback, they get rid of that quarterback. So, I think if they can give him, hey, you're coming in here, you're going to need time to learn. If you make mistakes, you know, hey, that's okay. You know, I can see your body of work. But I swear, if he throws three touchdowns and then he throws an interception that maybe bounces off of a wide receiver, he gets ridiculed for it. I just, you know, it's just, you got to have it one way or the other. But unfortunately, you know, the way that we judge them is by instant success. And I think that's really sucks, because when I look at quarterbacks back in the past, wasn't that the whole thing? You drafted a quarterback, he sat behind your starting quarterback, and then you developed him. Steve Young, all those guys, that's how they were. I mean, that's how it happened. When you get a guy,
Rodgers.
All those guys that came in and just started right away, they were normally, you know, national championship contenders or something like that. You know, it's just understandable why they came in there and did that. But in normal circumstances, you always came in, you sat behind, you never played. Even if your quarterback went down, you didn't come into the game. Like, nobody saw you, you know, until year 3 or 4. And I think that's the mistake, is that they're being exposed way too early sometimes. But guess what? They have nothing else to practice. They don't allow them to practice anymore and hit each other and stuff. So he has nothing to develop. I think it sucks. The NFL has kind of stopped the talent from growing as quickly. And it's a sink or swim league, you know?
I agree with you, Phil. Yeah. Totally. I agree with you.
Kevin,
throw these guys in there immediately, and it ruins them.
It does.
And that's why we see a lot of quarterbacks ruin, as opposed to the guys who are developed and take advantage of it. You know?
Think about Sam Darnold. I mean, how many opportunities did he get? I mean, and if you're not a first round talent, you don't get that many opportunities. So how many of those people didn't get to develop, didn't get to show the NFL? Their stories were untold, you know, and they didn't get that opportunity. What happens if they got a 5th team to try a chance on them? You know, where would they be? So, you know, it's sad, but unfortunately it is part of the NFL, you know?
I mean, how much better would a Caleb Williams or the kid Bryce Young would be sitting behind a veteran quarterback for 2 years?
Well, okay, look at that. Look at it right there. Bryce right there. I think that's a great example. Bryce Young. Terrible. I must keep saying that, because he was playing absolutely horrendous. He was terrible through the whole thing. He gets benched. He sits behind Andy Dalton. Not to say that he's amazing or anything, but Andy Dalton has been through the league. He knows what to do, how to prepare. How do you do this? This is how I prepare for a game. This is what I do. Now he sees that, he goes through it. All of a sudden, Bryce Young is a threat in the passing game. Bryce Young, he just needed to sit down and think about what he did. No, man, he had to sit down and actually learn how a winning quarterback plays in this league. You know, so I don't know, man. Everything needs to be taught, and down to this is how you brush your teeth. You know, this is how
Jordan Love was the same way.
Oh, there you go.
Yep, Jordan Love was the same way. Yeah,
he had to sit behind Aaron Rodgers.
Daniel M.
That's correct.
I'm not big
I'll be right
on
back,
him.
boys.
I'm not big on Banks. Maybe in the second round, if somehow he's a drop. I don't think he will drop that, because somebody will at the end of the first pick him. If you're dropping back and you're picking up first, like Drew said, and then you're settling for a guy like Banks, heck yeah, I'm all about that. I worry a little bit about his toughness and if he can withstand the NFL, you know, just how big linemen's coming at him, because let's be real, they were very questionable coming towards the end of that season. Was he available? Was he not available? I get really worried. I've had a little PTSD when it comes to guys getting onto this roster and sticking around that don't belong here because they can't, you know, skip the injury bug. You know, Josh Ball, Matt Walesko, guys like that. So, right off the bat, if you're coming into it with those problems, then you're definitely going to have those problems going into the NFL. So that's the only part I don't like about him. But if you're going to tell me you're going to get rid of Steele and maybe get him, then yeah, I'd be all about that.
and like Dak or not, I think Dak would be a great role model for a young quarterback to come and sit underneath for 2 years.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I agree. I definitely agree.
I think Dak would be a great mentor to a young quarterback if you're going to keep McCarthy or whoever, to have a quarterback sit behind Dak for 2 years and, whatever happens with that happens. But now you have a young quarterback who's been schooled by a veteran quarterback who's been in the league for a while. That would be a great transition.
Arturo asked, Phil, where do you see Jalen Monroe go in talent-wise? I think a team would benefit like crazy from him is a team like Tennessee, maybe the Titans, put him in the backfield with Tony Pollard. That combination with maybe get him a receiver or two. I think that would be a great place for him. I'm not a Monroe fan. But again, he's going to show you, man, he can win if you get the talent around him. So I think a team like Tennessee would be great for him.
Hey, just what y'all are talking about. You're talking about these quarterbacks sitting behind other players, but we're also talking about them getting paid millions and millions and millions of dollars. That's why they're forced into the situations that they're in.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, the NFL has done a great job of getting that taken care of before. Remember when not Russell Wilson, but
yes.
Jamar Russell came in and they were getting paid these contracts.
Yes.
They were having to negotiate these contracts.
Yes.
I mean, at least you have that. I mean, that's the positive part of it. It can get under control. I totally get it. When you're drafting a quarterback in the first round, you're immediately but that's the problem, is that your desperateness has now become the burden of that quarterback. That's terrible to put that as a franchise. You can understand that if you're going to a place like Cleveland, but if a team wants to win and you're thinking that, okay, I'm going to have a couple of years, and then you're just thrown into the spotlight, unless you're, I don't know, man, like, again, like Dak did it, right? Dak did it. He did a really good job of coming in and being able to adjust. But I've seen so many guys that didn't. I mean, I think another one, I'll go right back to him, Jamarcus Russell, where he didn't know how to become a champion. So he ate his way out of the league. He didn't know how to prepare. He didn't know how to diet. He didn't listen. So, yeah.
Well, but that situation is a little different because that came into a team that was
good,
pretty much ready-made to make a championship run with a number one pick running back behind him to support him. So his situation a little bit different,
Well, and you also have to look, these quarterbacks are drafted, the lines are horrible that they're going to because they're losing so much. Let's face it. I mean, so they don't have a whole lot of chance, and the owners aren't willing to wait to see if they're going to be good or not. They throw them out there, which I think, like y'all said, is the worst mistake you can make. But I'll give you an example. Derek Carr for the Texans, the first year he played for the Texans, he never became a good quarterback, but he got sacked 90 times in 1 year.
Oh, man, he got murdered.
He got destroyed. That was terrible.
And when you think about it, you get beat on and beat on and beat on. I don't care how good you are. It's going to start affecting you.
It messes with your psyche, man.
Yes. But I agree with y'all. I think they need to go back to where the quarterback sat a couple of years, and I think things would be different.
Well, I think for Dallas, it would put you in a position if you get a solid quarterback in I'm just third or fourth, fifth rounder, and he's a quality kid. I mean, I don't know about how the quarterbacks are this year. I don't think there's that many, but
there ain't that many.
Get a guy that can sit back behind Dak and learn. And Mike McCarthy, like him or not, he does well with quarterbacks. He's a quarterback coach. You know what I mean? So quarterback would benefit from both of those guys learning. So by the time, if you do move on from Dak, or you put it in a situation where it's a competitive situation, like, hey, quarterback position is up for grabs, and you see what kind of kid you have. So
I agree with you there, but we have a problem that y'all don't have in Philly. Our owners don't like to pick up free agents, so the quarterbacks that we put in there don't develop because, let's face it, we don't pick up nobody. We go to bargain basement, offers for defensive tackles, and you don't get nobody. People are going to run up the gut. We don't fix what we have broken.
Steven's like, because there's false advertising, those agents aren't free at all, man.
No, I can't stand Stephen Jones. Him or Jerry, and I'm afraid that they're going to use this excuse not to spend money this year and next year, and we're going to be in the same situation we've been in.
Yeah, the frustrating part for the Cowboy fans is we're going to win in spite of Steven and Jerry. It's, that's how it's going to be. If we win, it'll be in spite of them.
We just need to start booing them.
And who knows what's going to happen when, God forbid, it's going to happen. It's going to happen to all of us people, but Jerry's a lot closer than we are to the end. When he goes, it'll be curious to see what they do as a franchise, because I don't believe Stephen Jones wants to be a GM. So
I don't either. I agree with you.
I think so as well. I agree that.
Maya Angelou had a statement that said, if a person shows you who they are, believe them. And I know, like, one of the biggest things that Jerry said in that Stephen A interview sticks out to me. He literally said, I'm going to build this team through drafting, signing my own people, and like whatever's left over in free agency, that's what I'll focus on. Now, if he's serious about that, you guys are in trouble.
Well, I'm going to say this. I'm older, so I saw the first Super Bowls that Jerry put the teams together. He wasn't like this. No way, shape, or form. He picked up every player he could. And he's totally changed his ways because I think he's gotten cheap. I don't think he wants to spend the money. Okay, if he puts a winning team together, fine. If he doesn't, he's still making his money, so it ain't going to affect him, and he can't be fired.
Yeah.
So he can make mistakes.
I'm just saying, all we can do is make them feel uncomfortable by booing them every single time we see them.
I totally agree.
Chuck says real quick, Brady was a 7th-round pick, but he also sat behind Bledsoe and learned. Agreed. For a few months, anyway.
I think didn't
Bledsoe got his head knocked off.
Yeah. But anyway, finish your thought there, Randy. I'm sorry. I was just wanting to get the super chat.
We all get frustrated. When are they going to get excited about being a part of a team anymore? Because you can't keep doing this and not have the fans not get interested in what's going on.
Well, that's why you're going to see McCarthy brought back, because they are comfortable with Mark.
Oh, what just happened there?
Wow.
The Viking thing. Yeah, I don't know. He got blown up. Yes, I was like,
no flag?
Well, there was a block. They blocked the punt.
He got blown up. It was a block, but he got blown up.
Oh, you're allowed to. You hit the ball.
Yeah, you're allowed to. Yeah. Don't get your balls blocked.
Damn. He got lit up.
Oh my God! There's no flag on that.
Yeah, right in the middle of his.
Holy shit!
Right in the middle of his Perrier.
Language, but God damn.
It's all like, yeah.
Oh,
I think that should be a flag on the punter. You kicked him in the face. You can't be kicking people in the face out there.
Yeah, he kicked him in the neck.
Wouldn't that rub it in more? They throw a flag on him.
Right kick to the face by the kicker.
He kicked him in the neck and tore his Achilles at the same time.
Exactly.
God damn. Jerry is the deep state, says Coyote. Jerry is the deep state.
Jerry definitely is the deep state.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that's
glory hole.
Cross the bear. You brought up something, Randy. I'm 53, so I do remember I was in my early 20s when we won. When Jerry bought he bought it in '89, right? Is that when he bought the team? In
'89.
I was a senior in high school. 89. I was a senior in high school, so I remember all that. I didn't have the overwhelming ties to Landry. I knew who Landry was. I loved Landry, but I also was intrigued by Jerry Jones and, more importantly, Jimmy Johnson. But I remember at the time, my father, who was a big fan, and my older brother, they were very upset how Tom Landry was treated on his way out. No dignity. basically threw him out with the garbage. And he was the face of the franchise. Very innovative. The reason why there's a shift, the shotgun, very innovative man. And Jerry Jones just treated him like a piece of crap.
Right.
Yeah, Tom Landry was the king.
Yeah.
You remember when you just recently said that all the older folks in Texas don't like, have problem with Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
Really, that's the only problem I had with Jerry Jones. It wasn't changing the getting rid of Tom Landry. It's how he got rid of it. He found out he was on a golf course, and he found out he was fired on a golf course. I mean, come on, man. At least give the man at least a call and say, hey, we've decided not to keep you or something.
Yeah,
but
I agree with that.
Having said that, I was ready for a change in Dallas.
We were. And that's what I'm saying. We were, but you got a glimpse of what Jerry Jones could be. Now, we all overlooked it. Why? Because we won 3 Super Bowls in 4 years, and we thought it was the best thing since sliced bread. Then you realized, wow, we had something special. It's gone. And you can't recapture that very easily.
No, you can't. Tell
Dallas
that to Dan Marino.
As an organization as well.
Well, tell that to Dan Marino. He played in the Super Bowl his first year and never played in one again.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, genuine.
He should have caught that.
Yeah, he should have.
My thing is, like you guys said, it was how it was done. You didn't have to do that. And if you ask me, it's everything is coming back to haunt Jerry now. The chickens are roosting now. And then you had the nerve to screw Jimmy. That really did it. The man who brought you touchdown, the man who brought you 3 Super Bowls. The other third one, he brought you that one too, even though Jimmy wasn't there.
This is gonna happen.
Touchdown, Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen, touchdown. This game is almost over. We got 5 minutes left to go, and then we're getting out of here. But yeah, let me get to the chat real quick.
How's the other game?
Okay, before you get to the chat, Brian,
15-3.
Keenan Allen, Hall of Famer or not? He got the Hall of Fame numbers. Close to 1,000 catches. Keenan Allen.
I say no.
I think there's way more.
I say no.
Yeah, I say no.
I say no.
If anything, he's borderline. But as of right now,
he would have to play another 2 years. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hope Darren Woodson gets in there this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going if they do.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I have no plans to go anywhere, so it's not that far. I might drive. I could possibly drive there, or if Darren Woodson gets inducted to the Hall of Fame, that might be a fun trip to do.
Yeah.
Should definitely be in the Hall.
Played by Drew to this day, he still leads the team in all-time tackles. When you get
Eric Allen should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, like when you get a statement from Jimmy Johnson, right? He said, and even Bill Parcells, like the best player that they've coached, they say to a man is Darren Woodson. Again, similar to how the Eagles were with Brian Dawkins. He was different type of player, more cerebral.
He was a leader, though.
But he was a leader, but different type. He wasn't like the Wolverine outwardly, but in the locker room to a man, he made sure everybody was in the right spot. Again, He leads the Dallas Cowboys franchise in tackles. He's number one. So how he's not, and this is where I think the team gets a bad rap because of all the people they have in it. That really don't mean nothing. This man should be in the Hall of Fame. That's bottom line. He's better than a lot of safeties that are in there. And for the Cowboys, Jimmy Johnson, Bill Parcells to say that he was, and a lot of players say Darren Woodson was just ridiculously smart and good. So I hope he gets in, and I think he will, but they're making him sweat it out, and I don't think that's right, but it is what it is. Hopefully he gets in. Long-winded answer, but yeah. Yeah, Mark Hudson, I'm going to try and go if they go. I'll see if I can get Phil to go, but if not, I don't know. We'll see. It'll be fun just to spend a quick couple of days in Canton and see the man get put in the Hall of Fame. Phil's in a stupor.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind going back.
I don't hear you.
You don't hear me?
No, I was pretending not to hear you.
Okay. Well, you can go.
No, I was looking at the finalists because, the one that I was thinking as well, other than Woodson, was Sterling Sharp. I can't believe that he's not in.
He's not in?
Yeah, Sterling Sharp should be in the Hall.
Jesus Christ.
Even his own brother said he was better than him.
Yeah.
Sterling Sharp definitely belongs in it. He belongs
what
in
happened? He got hurt. He got hurt. That's why. Yeah.
Yep.
But
he was a monster.
Yeah, you would think. Guys like Eric Williams, he got hurt later in his career.
That's a shame.
Eric Williams might have. I hate saying that, but Philadelphia's own, believe it or not, he was born and raised right outside of Philly. Eric Williams.
I just watched the thing on him on 30 for 30. They had him on there, and Aikman said if not getting hurt, he would have been the best offensive lineman ever to play the game.
He was that good, but he was in that horrible car accident. And he was never the same after that.
No, he wasn't.
Where was that car accident? Do you remember?
It was in Dallas.
It was in Dallas.
Yes. He was going about 120 miles an hour when he had it, and he hit the side rails of a bridge.
He's lucky he's alive. That's what happened to Jerome Brown.
Jerome Brown didn't make it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Him and his nephew, or I think his nephew was in the car.
Yeah.
Sad, very sad. That's one thing I'll give Dan Cilio credit for. He always has Jerome Brown's back. So I do like that part of it. Outside of that, he can't get out of his own way.
Well, guys, I'm going to jump off.
All right, man. Yeah, we're getting ready to stop it anyway. Thanks. It was a good chat tonight. You leaving?
It was a pleasure, guys.
All right. You guys have a good night.
All right, good luck. See you guys.
See you.
Good night, Brian.
Bye.
Take care.
Yep.
Night, guys.
All right, Brian.
See ya. Thanks, Mark Hutchinson. Thanks, brother.
Touchdown Raiders.
Yeah, who scored for fantasy reasons?
Running back.
Oh, okay.
Number 8.
Abdullah or something like that.
Abdullah, yeah.
The Raiders. So what's the score? 10? 15 to 10?
15 to 10. Both of these games have been boring.
Yeah.
Raiders could upset the Falcons. Yeah, they could. Falcons stink, so.
I think the only way they upset us is if they tie it. Oh my God!
Yeah, well, we're not hanging for that game. I'm watching the rest of this and getting out.
Well, they missed the extra point.
There you go. There you go.
I pick these games.
I would like to see Bates make it in. I love Bill Bates. Love Bill Bates.
How did you do in your picking?
Let's see. I know you did good. If you're asking me, that means you did good.
I think I did pretty well, if I remember right.
Yeah, there we go.
Because sometimes I don't remember sometimes when I pick.
Yeah,
how was I feeling?
Let's see here. I have 0-1, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2.
Up at the top.
4-2,
Up at the top, it tells you.
4-3.
It'll say week 15. It'll give you
5-3, 6-3, 7-3, 8-3, 9-3, 9-4, 10-4, 11-4. I'm 11-4 right now. And if Atlanta wins, I'll be 12-4.
So if the Vikings win and then the Atlanta wins, I will end up being 14-2 this week.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I knew you were good. That's why you brought it up, fucker.
Like,
I don't know how.
There was that one week I did it shitty, but like each other one's been good. As long as I don't bet on it, I'm good.
Yeah, right. As soon as you put money on it.
As soon as I bet on it, yep, opposite. So if you're around me, just bet the opposite of what I do.
Philadelphia says Jimmy Johnson, in reality, if it weren't for those Super Bowls, would be an average coach. He was the first coach ever he won a national championship in college.
Yeah.
He could have stayed there and just ruled college forever.
I don't agree with that statement at all.
No,
I know.
I think he would have done well.
He didn't play. You know what? He was the kind of coach that didn't friend players. He told them, "Hey, you better get your shit together." I remember Emmitt Smith one time he fumbled, and Emmitt told the story. He said, "I went back to the sideline, and Jimmy says, "Hey, I'm watching you now. That's number one."
But I'm saying he's a good coach, Philadelphia. I don't know how he could say he's
damn
not.
good coach.
He was a good motivator of men. He wasn't a guy, Philadelphia, who could stay in any one place very long. He didn't have a long marriage because he was in the office 18 hours a day. You're right. He was a better coach outside of the salary cap era, and you were right. Because he would want to cut guys. And unfortunately, in a salary cap era, you got to go to the boss upstairs now before you cut anybody, because you got to look at the bottom line and how the money works. Yeah, before, in the non-guaranteed time, they didn't give a shit. They'd cut your ass. Now, he's good. I'm saying if it weren't for those Super Bowls, he wouldn't be famous. Obviously, yeah, I would agree with that. He would have probably went, if he didn't have success, he probably would have went back to college. That's probably what he would have done.
He was the first coach to win both championships in college and the pros.
Yeah, and he won a national championship at the University of Arkansas. You remember, he was on a football team with Jerry Jones and Barry Switzer. And Barry Switzer were all teammates. And I don't know who else is on that team, but I do know of those three. And, so, listen, hell of a motivator, hell of an eye for talent. So, I always go back to the one story with Charles Haley where he would rip Charles Haley, and finally Charles went to the office and said, "Jimmy,
don't do it in front of them.
Don't do it in front of everybody. I just have a weird thing with that. I don't like to be embarrassed, but you want to yell at me, you bring me in the office and you tell me, and from then on, he wouldn't do it. So I like coaches like that who are going to listen to you, but they're also going to keep it real. Yes, but 3 Super Bowl during no salary cap era made him. Yeah, I agree. I think that would have been that way for everybody, but obviously, yes. Yep, I think you're right there. But I think he was a good coach, but that's just me, obviously, having revisionist history. Yes, Atlanta, not that good. What's the score? 15-9. So we're wrapping up this game. We're at the 2-minute warning. Minnesota's going to go to 12-2. Let's look real quick before we get out of here. Let's look at the remaining schedule for Minnesota. I know I've done it before, but let's look at it. Let's be honest with our prediction, too. Minnesota Vikings, can they overtake the Detroit Lions? Minnesota plays at the Seahawks. That's tough. Home against the Packers and at the Lions. I think they have the toughest schedule left. But wouldn't that be a fun game if at the Lions was for the 1 seed? Let's say they go to Seattle and win. Let's say that they beat the Packers. I know it's a tough if, But could you imagine if they go into Detroit? Let's say Detroit slips up or something. So I don't know who would have the tiebreaker. Let's see. Lions. Yeah, they lost to the Lions earlier. So they would have to beat them. So the Lions would have to slip up again. Now let's look at the Lions. The Lions have their schedule remaining is at the Bears. Or no, wait. Yeah, at the Bears. That should be a win. But that's a divisional game. At the 49ers on Monday night, home against the Vikings. So I think they win 2 at least. So, it's going to be interesting. And the Eagles have 3 very winnable games. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. So, but anyway, I think this is it, boys. What do we got here? They at the 2-minute warning still? It's 30-12. I think we could call this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we can call it because I know I got to get up early. Phil's exhausted. We got Randy. We got Virus. Walker Wade's still on the toilet, probably. And
y'all have a good evening. I'm going to cut out myself.
All right, Randy. I'll see you, buddy.
Y'all take these.
You too, bud.
Good night.
So, all right, boys. I think that's time. I think we're going to call it. They're down to 1:12. They're just going to take a knee here. Phil, it was nice having you tonight. Thanks for coming on. I know you're tired. I do have your channel pinned at the top.
Appreciate that.
Anybody that comes in, please sub up to Primetime Phil. Virus, I'll talk to you, bro. I don't know. I think I got to do some serious Christmas shopping on Sunday, so I don't think I'll be streaming during the day. But I am going to stream Thursday night, so I will stream Thursday night. So I already have the link up and ready to roll. Other than that, everybody, thank you for coming, and I will talk to everybody on Thursday. All right? Late. See it.
Come out to the coast. We'll get together, have a few laughs.